What's in the year ahead for you? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Miya, here on Mostly in the Moment for another pick a card reading. This is a more general overview of the year ahead for you. We're going to look at 6 main areas and see what beautiful things you can look forward to, or something important that Spirit wants to tell you, or something you might want to know ahead of time. We have 5 beautiful piles here. You may choose the pile based on the crystal that resonates and is pulling you the most. Timestamps are below. This is a timeless reading, so it should resonate no matter when you come across this. Not necessarily for the year 2026, but whenever you're watching this for the next year, or the next 12 months, or the rest of the year, however you would like to use this reading. For a limited time, I do have on my list of services for personal readings a 2026 yearly overview that's going to be more personalized and very detailed for you. Everything you'd want to know, everything you want to plan for, and all the beautiful things ahead that you would like to look forward to. If you're interested, please just email me with the inquiry for the 2026 yearly overview tarot reading. With that, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 1. With the dragon's egg or the Septarian crystal, we're looking at what's in the year ahead for you. Okay, we're going to look at health, home, career, money, spiritual, and then love. Just a reminder, there is a bonus message that is its own separate reading that's below the description, the time stamps below. And I am, for a short time, providing 2026 yearly overview readings. You can find my email in the description below also. And this is timeless, so whenever you're watching this, it should be good for the year ahead. Okay, so let's look at health real quick. Okay, the Page of Cups, the Lover's card, and the 3 of Cups. Sorry, the 3 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so there was all these cards came out in reverse. I do feel like there's this energy of like moving past a heartbreak, and that was something that was very difficult for you emotionally. I feel like it prevented you from I feel like it goes beyond just love. I feel like it was your trust in people. I feel like it was affecting your love life especially, but also kind of your friendships and your relationships with family and other people who are important to you, people you see often, your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers. I feel like it was like kind of heavy on a specific person or a small group, like a group of family, or your romantic love person, your partner that's like, a really big energy, or maybe a friend that was really important to you, or a small group of friends that was, in your life a lot. I feel like, or your community, it was like energy that was pretty big for you. And it feels like you kind of had to release this energy of this person or people. And it was heartbreaking, but I feel like it was necessary. And I feel like it didn't allow you to I feel like you tried to recently or in the last year, try to move on and find new friends or a new partner, or try to get out there and date, or try to find people who are like family or something like that. And it wasn't really working because it felt like even if you did the inner work in regards to this heartbreak, even if you kind of took action to try to move forward and find new people, or find something else that can kind of replace this huge hole in your life and your emotional energies that you definitely felt, and it was very noticeable. I feel like the only thing that could have healed it and allowed you to kind of to trust people again, or to move forward and find the right resonant people again, or like more resonant people, is time. And you couldn't do anything about it. You just kind of had to let nature take its course. And so I feel like Spirit is heavily saying that, like, whatever you had going on with this person or people, in your life, because I feel like it was like a main energy and it kind of trickled into other types of relationships in your life too a little bit, but not as strongly as that main one maybe, or there might have been a few main energies. Like that was really affecting your social life or your emotional health very strongly. And Spirit is saying like, there's nothing we can really do except just put in the time. And Spirit is saying like you're going to be finally ready to move forward with the number one here. And this is a timeless reading, but 2026 is the number one year. So there's going to be a lot of new things starting. And especially for you, Pile 1, it seems like you're going to be getting a lot of FaceTime with people, especially people who mean something to you, mean a lot to you. You're going to meet a lot of people who are in your life for a long time or in your life in a very meaningful way. Loved ones, I'm hearing. So you're going to find a lot of people who are going to become your loved ones and see you as a loved one. All right, in terms of home and environment, this could include your physical home, location, friends, or family. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So you do have luck on your side in terms of where you're living. It is giving you good luck. So wherever you've been living or wherever you've been kind of anchored in, it could be somewhere you just spend a lot of time. So if it's like an office you spend a lot of time in, or if you've been kind of visiting your friends and family a lot, kind of wherever you kind of been spending a lot of energy, and a lot of time. I feel like it's somewhere like recently. So it's either your physical home and location that you're living now, or if in the past year you just happen to be going to a certain location a lot, that location is giving you good luck. Even if it's somewhere that you've been living that you didn't feel like you were getting good luck, I feel like in the past year something has changed to give you that. Now it's like giving you good luck. I feel like you like worked off your karma, or something like you paid your dues, like where your location, the land that you in which you live in, is giving thanks and saying like thank you for dealing with this, or something like that. Thank you for dealing with this office environment, this building, this home. Or if you've been going to your hometown a lot, or going to a specific like vacation spot, or somewhere like a new spot that you go to kind of think or kind of spend time, or maybe a new restaurant. Wherever this location is, maybe it's a place you go to read or to study or to just kind of walk, a place you go to visit often with your friends. I feel like this is kind of like either this is your home and a location you've been living in a long time, or like a location you've been frequenting a lot. Excuse me. I feel like the energy of that location has changed for you, and it's now giving you a lot of good luck. Like I feel like you gave a lot of good energy to this location, and so it's giving it back to you this year in droves, with this Magician in reverse helping you manifest whatever it is you want to manifest. And I do feel like you want to manifest a new location. I feel like you're scouting with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you're scouting for something. Maybe you're scouting for a new location. So this could be a new office. It could be a new home. Maybe you're looking for a new home for a family member or a friend, but it's a place you're going to be frequenting a lot. Maybe you're looking for a new social club or something like that, like a new vacation spot that you're going to be going to often. There's somewhere that you're scouting, and I'm getting that like your current location, your current home is going to help you find that new like home energy, that home location and area that you're going to be looking for, that you're spending a lot of time in. So I'm getting the scouting energy. Okay, I'm just gonna quick see if I can get, oh yeah, definitely. Okay, so I was asking in my head, are you gonna like make moves on it once you kind of scout this location? And Spirit gave me 11, and kind of it's like this location, this area is actually reaching out to you, is bringing its energy to you. So it's kind of enveloping you in its energy and bringing you, calling you to this location. So not only will you scout it, but once you scout it, you're going to quickly see your life change and move towards that new location. And it could be home for a lot of you. That's usually why you're scouting a location. But I feel like for some of you, it's not. Like you're just looking for a location for a new, maybe you have a kid who's looking for a home, a location, a school, or maybe you're looking for a new vacation spot, or a new place to have your office, or maybe somewhere you want to eventually move to or something like that. But there's something about like when this location calls to you and finds you, like it's gonna, like, you're gonna see your life rapidly change in order to kind of bring you to that energy. It's a good energy, and your current location is now, or this location that you frequent a lot now, is helping you. Okay, so now in terms of career, the Devil in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles, wow, and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. It feels like you've put in a lot of hard work, an incredible amount of work into your career, your job, your project that you're working on. That's kind of like your life's work. Whatever it is, like you've been putting a lot of like blood, money, and sweat into this. Like you worked incredibly hard. So much so that one of your lessons, I'm hearing in the recent few years, maybe the past year, 2, 3, was to make sure that you make time for fun, make sure that you incorporate time for leisure and downtime and to rest. Like you were working so hard, like I'm hearing, like to the bone, you're working your fingers to the bone, where you kind of, one of your lessons was to kind of make sure that you can take care of yourself in the meantime. But it is paying off, all your hard work, the Ten of Pentacles, to the point where I'm getting that you're surprised at like how many of the things that you wanted to happen is happening. Like I feel like you were kind of like, I just want to be successful, or I just want this new promotion or new status, or I just want this new life project to be successful, to get off the ground. I feel like it's something you've been working on for a very long time. And I feel like you had like dreams, hopes, wishes, and sometimes expectations. Maybe you've dreamt of this project or this goal to manifest in multiple different ways, or maybe you wanted different things in the same line of work, and you're surprised to see how many different visions are coming to fruition, how many different, maybe you had a lot of small goals and you're like, oh, I'd be okay with like going in some direction, in one direction, but you didn't expect it to go in all direction or most of the directions, most of the manifestations. So I feel like you're kind of like surprised at how many things that you wanted and have been working on are coming through right now. It feels like that you've been working on for so long without that kind of success level that you wanted, and now it's like all hitting you at once. Like I feel like you had a lot of dreams, visions, detailed, specific visions and goals for your career or life projects, and you kind of just like were hoping for one of them to stick and not like 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, like too many of these ideas to stick. So now you kind of have to go through and see what you can have to prioritize, because you didn't, it feels like it just kind of all happened at once. Like you were working on all these different things, and then all of a sudden all of them, or a lot of them become successful. A lot of your ideas take off and you're like, whoa. I didn't expect all of them to work, and not all at once. I was just hoping for one or a few, or several even maybe, but this is like a lot. So I feel like you're kind of like pulling things back because you didn't, for some reason it feels like the energy was like building, and then all the successes happen at once, for some reason. Okay, in terms of money, Nine of Swords, the Justice card in reverse, and the Strength card. Yeah, I feel like you really had it tough with money, and we're not just looking at income or how much you have in your bank account. We're also looking at investments and long-term plans. You got really like screwed over, and it feels like you were kind of struggling and unhappy, whether you're doing well or whether you're living paycheck to paycheck. Like I feel like whatever you were kind of planning in terms of how you want to use your money and how you want to, stretch your dollar, or kind of even what you want to invest in, or what you kind of did the research on and kind of was a foolproof plan that had to work. And I just feel like everything was just kind of like going against you. And with the Ten of Pentacles, like, I feel like you're going to be seeing justice be served, your good karma coming back, and your hard work paying off. I do feel like you were making the right choices. I feel like it's like something you made, like, it wasn't like an educated guess, like, even like it wasn't even something that you were like, I'll take like an appropriate risk on. I feel like you're like, I did the homework, I did the research, and I know this investment should have paid off. Why didn't it? You know, we can see like the economy is a little bit different. We can see that things happen that might have been unexpected. And so I feel like you kind of made the wise investments. You made the wise choices. You did the thing that you knew was a smart thing to do, even if it's not like exactly what you wanted to do. It's like, in order for safety and stability, this is what I'm going to do. And I feel like even then you were kind of like smacked in the face, and you were kind of just like, what is happening? Like, everything that I know I'm doing right is not panning out. And I feel like it wasn't like, I feel like there was this energy of like, energy was being withheld or held back for some reason. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at spiritual and then love. In spiritual, we're looking at self-care. Are you using your creativity, your intuition, and your life purpose? The Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords in reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. You also have been kind of pretty screwed in your life purpose. I feel this energy of kind of like you were putting your heart and soul into something. And because it's like, this is Justice card, the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like you have been working on your life purpose, the Wheel of Fortune, like in all areas, but especially when it comes to like your life's work and your like what you do day to day. I feel like you spent a lot of time just focusing on the things that you felt were important, and were kind of flabbergasted when you realized like things weren't paying off and panning out. And it's just kind of like, what am I doing wrong here? Kind of the energy I'm getting. Yeah, because I feel like it almost made you feel like, you're infantile. Like, it almost made you feel like you were less than you are. Like, I feel like you should have been running that company, and instead you're working in the mailroom type of energy. You're like, what am I doing wrong here? Like, am I not giving good ideas? Am I not appealing to the right people? You know, getting the information on the company, talking to the right people, being seen in the right areas, making conversation, doing the research, going to school, like, you know, figuring out a game plan, 5-year plan and everything. Like, it's like, why am I still stuck here in the mailroom? Like, shouldn't, like, and Spirit is like kind of saying like, yeah, you're supposed to be running the company. You have that energy, but not this company. So there's this energy of like, you were on the right page in terms of you're following your heart and you're taking the right steps. But again, with the like these energies, some of these energies that were in reverse, I feel like it's like it was just not your time. And now something is like exploding onto the scene where you're gonna get a lot of work, specifically in what you're meant to do. Because I feel like you're working in the mailroom, you're trying to work ahead, get ahead in like a 3D system when you should be working in a 5. You know what I'm saying? Like you were kind of doing a lot of the legwork and putting in a lot of hard work and time and energy into what you knew was your life purpose. But it wasn't time for like the energy of your life purpose is a higher frequency. And so like you had to wait until the energy of the world or the environment around you matched your life purpose. And now it's time for you to fly. Like now it's your time. Like it wasn't all not for nothing. You weren't going to die without living out your purpose. It was just kind of like, it was inevitable that the energies around you were going to reach your frequency for your life purpose. And now that frequency's finally arrived. And now you're going to see things like, you're going to get so much work in terms of your life purpose now. Yeah, and I'm getting this energy of like, kind of like, you're kind of like gaslighting yourself. Like you're second guessing yourself. Like, wait, am I like am I supposed to be doing this? Like I'm following my heart, and I'm doing, like I'm working the way I'm supposed to. I feel like because like you even hindered some of your creativity. You even hindered like I feel like you put like your even self-care, you sacrifice some of your health and self-care in order to kind of put in work. Because you're like, I'm meant to do this. I know I'm supposed to work hard. Like if I work hard, I'll know I can make it happen. Usually a lot of people, like a lot of spiritual people, especially people who watch my readings, you're definitely the kind of person that like, you can make anything happen. You can go after whatever goal, and if you choose it and if you work towards it, you can make it happen. Not everyone has that energy. You do. You have the energy where if you have a goal in mind, you can make it happen, whatever it is. It could be anything. You have that type of power. And so there's the energy of like kind of like, it was like the world around you was kind of trying to keep you thinking small and feeling small. And you're kind of working your butt off here, I'm seeing, and not really seeing the results because it wasn't time. But you're going to see in this coming year, Power One, that like you're going to get a lot of that, a lot of work in that and what you're supposed to be doing. It's just like you're putting a lot of energy and legwork into what you're supposed to do, but you were working in the system of a company, of a industry, of a corporation that does not have the bandwidth for an energy like yours, for the dream like yours, for a goal, a work like yours. So it's like you're kind of you're working your hardest you can, and then whatever you did for money or whatever you did day to day, like you were still working in that company, you were still working in that industry, that corporation. And so everyone around you is kind of moving up in that corporation because they're following the rules. And you're putting in a lot of hard work, and you're like, this should work in this corporation. And Spirit's like, yeah, you could have still been successful, and you probably seen some sort of level of success in that world, in that corporation, in that company, but you weren't going to fully shine. Like Spirit would kind of even prevented you from getting too high up in that life purpose, because it was in the wrong structure of things. Does that make sense? So like now everything's kind of like moving forward seamlessly for you. All right, so now let's look into love. What's happening for you in love? Okay, 9 of Swords in reverse. Got a 9 of Swords here too in terms of money. 4 of Swords. And the 7 of Swords. A ton of Swords energy. Wow. We saw that love was a big deal for you, right? In the past, in recent past. Like the absence of it, I'm hearing. There's energy of getting over. I feel like even if you weren't in a heartbreak energy, it just feels like maybe there was too many heartbreaks that like your energy couldn't even open up anymore for a new relationship to come in. I'm getting like, I'm seeing, this is kind of like a visual imagery I'm getting. So if you're kind of triggered by like blood or cuts and stuff like that, I would skip the next minute or so. But I'm getting this image of like you keep getting cut in like the same spot, and like your body kept healing and healing and healing. You have such optimism, but then after a while you kind of get cut and your body doesn't want to heal anymore, and it just kind of doesn't want to take a chance to like go out in the world for the potential of even getting cut, because like I don't know if I want to even heal anymore. I don't know if I even, I don't even know if it's worth it. Like I don't even know if it's gonna, like that type of energy. We've all heard it, we've all talked about it, but like it's almost like I'm getting this energy of like it doesn't even want to bloom anymore. Maybe like, okay, another analogy, like maybe like an annual flower that blooms every year, but it's in the wrong like climate, or like it's not being tended to, it's in wrong soil, it's like taken out of the sun, or there's something that the circumstances are not right, And it gets kind of tired of blooming every year. It doesn't have enough the nutrients or enough like materials it needs to survive, and it just gets tired. It's like, I don't even want to bloom anymore. Like, I don't even care if I'm not even like get seen or picked anymore. Like, I just don't want to bloom anymore. It's the energy I'm getting. Like, it's not the right, whatever, you get what I'm saying. But this is energy of you'll feel rested, especially in the near future. You'll feel so rested, and we kind of get that with the health energy. You'll feel so rested that you'll be able to kind of get out there with the truth. It's hard to kind of, if you've been scarred so many times, to kind of hold that energy of optimism, but also be realistic without being pessimistic. Does that make sense? Like, it's kind of like holding what you know is real, what's out there, and then also what love is capable of. It's kind of holding on to like being realistic, but also being very hopeful, like kind of managing that energy. And I feel like for a long time it was just like you were in one or the other. So I feel like you're combining the two energies, and that's why I feel like your love life will be successful. There is someone coming in, and I think it'll be a surprise. And it is someone that you find extremely gorgeous. And I feel like if you're single, this is someone new coming in, this is someone new coming in, yeah. And they're gorgeous, and they're kind of come in unexpectedly, and they come into your energies. You don't have to do anything. And if you're in a relationship, I do feel like whatever the two of you are kind of dealing with, that's going to be kind of finally done. And I feel like it does. It's just kind of both of you are like, we're not dealing with this anymore. Because I do feel like it's like you two have been kind of dealing with a lot of tough things. And then one more difficult things comes in, and both of you are like, no, we're done with this. So you guys either, I feel like you guys, you're like, this is going to lead to a breakup if we keep getting knocked over like this. Like, this is kind of ridiculous. What is the universe doing? And I feel like you guys kind of have to walk away. Like, I feel like this is the opportunity for you to know that you have to walk away. I feel like you guys didn't think there's anything to walk away from. Because it's just like, it seems like external environmental forces that just keep bringing in problems for the two of you. But I feel like both of you understand that, like, it's not that any specific thing is bad for the two of you. It's just that, like, you guys both need new energies where you guys can just maybe start fresh somewhere, start something new, and just kind of reconnect and start being on the same page again. Because like it kept feeling like something kept knocking you guys over, and it's like you just need to not have any issues anymore. And it's like, well, Miya, how are you supposed to not have issues if that's not something you can manifest or predict or manifest? And it's like, yeah, because like once you're in that energy, and I feel like if you just keep getting into it, like you need to stop the cycle. Like that's like kind of negative energies, negative entities trying to take advantage of the fact that you two keep getting into this, like looped into the cycle of bad things happening. You guys need to break the cycle, whatever that is. Break those people that you're socializing with, break the environment, do something out of the norm, and that's going to bring you two together again and break that cycle. For those of you thinking of someone, similar energy, 6 going this way, I do feel like there's more harmony coming in. I feel like you might even find like someone unexpected that you didn't think you would ever hear from again. Whether this is someone that you loved romantically or someone that you loved platonically, I do see someone coming back to kind of, they kind of want to, like, not rekindle things, but kind of apologize or kind of make things right, kind of share their truth is what I'm getting. But for those singles out there, I'm getting... there's this energy of completely letting go of the past. Like your past is completely done. And that's going to be seen because I feel like anyone new that comes into your life that's like a romantic potential, they're going to be completely different. Absolutely different from anyone you've ever dated in the past. And I do see this kind of really good potential person coming in. Really good contender. All right, Pile 1, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please leave a comment letting me know that you like these types of readings or liked the way that I read and the messages resonate for you. That's very helpful with a like or comment and subscribing if you haven't already. And there is a bonus message below the description, below the timestamps. If you're interested, you just pick the pile based on the color that is on you the most at this time. And then also, lastly, if you're interested in a more detailed, more specific kind of year ahead look, please email me with an interest in the 2026 yearly report overview for you reading that you can email me with the email below. So I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 2 with the green aventurine crystal. We're looking at the year ahead. We're going to look at health, home, career, money, spiritual, and then love. There is a bonus read for a specific message for you about the year ahead below the timestamps. And there is a reading that I'm have on my list of services for a limited time with 2026, a year ahead. If you're interested in that, please email me. My email is also below. Okay, so let's start with health real quick. The Hanged Man in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, and the 8 of Swords. Okay, so there's this energy of I feel like you've been kind of gaslit a lot recently, or like even if you weren't, like I feel like people didn't believe you about something. And I feel like that's like with the 2 major arcanas, like there's some truth that you've been holding for a very, very long time. And I feel like people weren't believing you or giving you any acknowledgement or credit for this. I feel like people might have thought that you were kind of playing the victim. But interestingly enough, I feel like there's a lot of people who are kind of getting what you're saying now. Yeah. I feel like you're finding the right people, or there are certain people who are closer to you in your life currently that are kind of like seeing where you're coming from. I feel like this is a huge weight on you, even though I'm looking at specifically like mental, emotional, and physical health here. And I'm getting like, no, this kind of was so heavy that it was kind of affecting your health overall. Like it was affecting your mental, emotional, and physical health. And you just kind of got used to it because you just kind of had people around you who weren't at the same frequency as you, or who aren't pursuing the truth as much as you. And so it kind of got to the point where I feel like you almost did feel like a victim at some point of not having anyone understand you, not having anyone take the time out to understand you or understand you in a better way, or not having people who kind of resonated with you or validated you. There's something about like how heavy that energy is for you and how it affected everything, and you might not even notice it anymore because you've been carrying it for so long. But in the coming year, you're gonna see like how much clearly you can think, how much easier it is to handle your emotions, and how much health you are without even trying as hard, just because this energy is being lifted, if that makes sense. So there's something that you weren't believed on, and it was like kind of like a core internal truth that you kind of knew about yourself, and it just kind of felt really sucky that people couldn't recognize that, understand it, or were willing to take the time to understand that, or kind of like you didn't have the right people to kind of see that side of you, be seen in that way, if that makes sense. And it was like a really heavy energy that was kind of, it was underlying energy that was affecting your health in all ways for a very long time. You got used to it, you didn't even notice it, but once it starts to lift in this coming year, it's sooner rather than later, you're going to see how much easier it is to maintain your health in all ways because this energy is lifting. Like you're going to see like, wow, it's like it's so much easier to do all these things. I just wasn't around the right energy, or I wasn't being seen the way that I need to be seen, or my truth wasn't being recognized. I think that's an important thing. Wow. Okay. Your home and environment. This could be your physical home and location area, or could be your family and friends as well. This home energy. The Empress in reverse. The Ten of Wands. And the Eight of Pentacles. Talk about burdens. Okay, so there was another burden. I feel like you couldn't be your true self. And it affected, I'm getting your work environment. I'm hearing you need to get out of that work environment. I feel like your work environment was not conducive to you getting work done or being as successful as you could be. So I'm hearing work environment. So I don't know if it's like your specific job, career, line of work, or the actual like office or where the location that you work. But I'm getting like if you can kind of change offices, or if you can move to a different location, a different branch, or for some of you, if that's not possible, if you can move, you might need to kind of change. It might not even be your line of work. I'm getting it specifically, like maybe it's the people that work with you that are toxic. So maybe the line of work, the career that you've chosen isn't the bad thing. I'm getting like literally the physical environment around, and I'm getting specifically work. So even if you have a home office at your home, you work from home, where you're working right now is not conducive for you to kind of reach where you need to reach. Like I feel like you have such potential, and you're meant to do really, really big things and like get a lot accomplished. But something about your work environment, whether it's people or the location or that specific like office, is not conducive for you doing like reaching your potential, which is really, really high. Okay. And what about your physical home and stuff like that? I think you're moving a lot of, like, I feel like you're moving it into more resonant areas, locations, buildings, people in general, in all areas of your life. I feel like you're moving into new environments, and that's going to be really, really good for you in general. Okay. Friends and family. Yeah, I feel like you just need a change of scene. You just need new energy, new vibes around you. Okay, and so career. About your career. The Emperor. Wow, we have the Empress in reverse. Now we have the Emperor in reverse. 9 of Wands, like the 10 of Wands. Ooh. Yeah, see? Career. Oh, 10 of Swords. Like, we're talking about work, so that's kind of on the agenda. That's something that Spirit's kind of like telling you, like, this is something you should pay attention to and maybe focus on. Like, when you're making decisions, be aware of this energy. Pay attention to this. There is this energy of you're not being able to reach your potential, which is very, very high because of your current, like, energy around you. Is there anything? Yeah, I feel like you're even being guided to go. Like, I feel like even like a good friend in the office, or maybe even like a coworker or like a manager or boss or something like that. Like someone who's looking out for you, who's like a good vibe, who's like maybe one of the only ones, like one of the very few people there that like are actually on your team. They're telling you to go too. They're encouraging you, like, and even if you like work alone or something like that, I feel like there might be an energy where you're being pulled by someone. There is I'm getting a specific one or few people who are like, I'm getting one or two, like very minimal, whether this person intentionally knows like the environment is not good for you, or that you might be, it might be beneficial for you to change. It could be your partner, but it could be like, you know, your lover or something, your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. But I'm getting, it could be also like just someone who is genuinely a good friend, or just like a genuinely a good person, and like it's like telling you good advice, like to get you out of there. I'm getting like, even if it's someone who doesn't know you that well and they're like handing you opportunity, or maybe someone just pops into your life and it's like, hey, have you thought about this direction? That's the kind of energy I'm getting, is like you're being kind of, the universe is making sure that there's someone who's like physically giving you this angel message of like, you should get out of Dodge, like get the F out of there. Like, you know. Yeah, it's like so important that even your guides, your higher guidance, your angels like sent this message through a physical person. Okay, because I feel like you're the kind of person who would just like kind of stay there just because of the stability that it provides. Like, I feel like there's people who count on you, like your partner or your family or something like that. And so I feel like, or yeah, your clientele, or, you know, your patients or your customer. Like, I feel like there's like, or the community. Like, I feel like there's like this feeling of like, you would sacrifice your growth or happiness just because of the people who relied on you, but you know this is the right thing to do. And just to let you know, like, more people would be better off if you made this change as well. Okay, and what about money? The High Priestess. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay, wow. Major energy. Pile 2. There's major things that are happening for you in the coming year. Yeah, you're supposed to, I feel like you even know, like, you're supposed to be doing better than you are now. You're supposed to have had more success and more money than you have now. Your prosperity energy was greatly hindered. There's something you're supposed to walk away from. Okay. You're like kind of where you're stationed right now. I've got home energy again. And the home energy, we talked about the office and the work. There's something about your, oh my goodness. Wow. Work somewhere else, pal, too. You'll thank me later. Your money is even affected. You're supposed to be making a ton of money, way more. And you're supposed to be super successful. And I feel like if you've been kind of like tinkering with like different like things, different variables in regards to your career, your business, your job, your passion project, whatever, it's where you're working. Pal too, just like this message is so like very clear that your guides are like kind of bringing through at this time. Like, get the heck out of there. You're supposed to have left a long time ago. You're supposed to have all this stuff a long time ago. Yeah, and even like the new energy of this new place you're supposed to work is like kind of like it's like helping you by trying to reach out to you. Like how so? 11, yeah. You're being guided to this location, or this. You're getting a lot of hints, signs, synchronicities from whatever this is. Okay, let me see. This card just kind of want to pop up. It's the Justice card because it's 11, but in this deck, it's the Strength card. Instead of working together with the lion, the woman is like fighting the lion. There's something that thinks it has more energy than you, more power than you. You think, I feel like you think this entity, this company, this business, this line of work is more of a powerhouse, has more power than you. And I feel like you kind of know your own strength. but who in the right mind would fight a lion? Even if you know at this point you can fight the lion, who, like, you kind of spent your whole life believing that, like, that's a really dumb, stupid idea, right? And obviously in reality it is. I'm just talking metaphorically here, but I'm getting, like, you can take on this lion, you can take on this industry, you know what I'm saying? You're a powerhouse here. And then the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You're working towards a long-term goal in terms of your career, in terms of your finances, that you were never meant to go down. You were never meant to take this path. It was never gonna, like, work out. It was never gonna work out, like, in that way, or in that specific goal or something like that. But yeah, is it the location? Queen of Cups, yeah, it's something about, it's messing with your own, like, emotion with the High Priestess here. It's like it's messing with your intuition. It's messing with your inner guidance. Yeah, the Ace of Swords. Like, you're supposed to kind of give birth to, like, a new path. And that's not doable in your current energies, in your current location that you become kind of, like, stuck or pigeonholed in. Okay. Anyway, your spiritual energy. Let's look in your spiritual energy, which could be your self-love and self-care, your creativity, and also your life purpose. Eight of Swords. Five of Swords. Again, a lot of sword energy. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, like this card right here. You have a lot of ideas, but you don't allow them to kind of come forward. You can't manifest it. And therefore you can't live out your life purpose. Okay. You have a lot of creative ideas. A lot of ideas come to you, but then you're not able to kind of act on it. The only act of the, like, lack of self-care and self-love here, because I do feel like you take care of yourself, is not allowing you to be kind of fully who you are. And I feel like you might not even recognize that. Like, I feel like you're like, I am who I am. But I'm like, no, like, there's certain conditions around you that is not allowing you to be your full self. File 2. It's affecting everything. Your career, your money, your success. Yeah. Okay, and then love. Judgment in reverse. Wow, the Two of Cups in reverse. Even, oh my goodness, even pile 2, even your love life is being held back. This soulmate, this, like, energy of the, like, right people coming into your life, right, potential romantic interest, or even the right, like, the one, is being held back. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm just gonna pull more cards here because I'm like, what can you do? Here we have the Justice card. See, it's weird because, like, this, like, 11 is the Justice card and 8 is the Strength card. Oh my goodness, they both came out. Yeah, in this deck they switched the two on the Major Arcana, the Hero's Journey. Something like, you were supposed to get, like, your justice. You weren't supposed to, like, you kind of already fought the good fight. Like, this wasn't supposed to, like, you were already supposed to get your justice. And it didn't come through. Okay, I'm gonna pull a couple cards. Okay. there's someone who you're not in contact with. So this is someone that you've this is someone you know, and then they went no contact, or you went no contact. But I do feel like this is someone you're interested in romantically, so they must have went no contact, or you did for a reason. If you went no contact, you did for a reason. But this is someone you're romantically interested in. I feel like you've been doing a lot of inner work, or they've been doing a lot of inner work. There's like so much that they needed to heal, or you needed to heal in order to come together. But I feel like you didn't need to do that much healing. I feel like the healing could have been done together. This person was like kept away from you. What the heck? And what is this justice? I feel like in place, in lieu of that like good soulmate, like just like friend types that are a little bit better than friends, the kind of like lower level soulmates kind of kept coming into your love life. And they kind of kept taking your energy. Wow, you're being harvested, pile 2. What the heck? What about your money? You just kind of got like little bouts of money. You got a little bit of success with money, but it was never long lasting. It was never as much as you wanted or as much as you knew you deserved. Yeah. Your investments. You did the right things. You did the research. You should have gotten the investments. Even with your career, it was fleeting. It kept feeling like it never kind of could grow bigger. Okay, what can you do? Like, I'm kind of, what the heck happened? Is it your environment? Yeah, I feel like you held yourself back, because we saw the 8 of Swords here in your spiritual spot. People you are responsible. I feel like you kept feeling like you were responsible for everyone else's happiness, or for other people's success, and for other people's livelihoods, and other people's stability, that you kind of held yourself back. Service to others, you kind of kept caring more for others than yourself, which is like, helping others isn't a bad thing until like you make it, until it turns into a thing where it's at the sacrifice of your own happiness and health. Yeah, I do feel like you were kind of like leaning into your life purpose, but helping other people too much. How do you get out of it? Someone you talk to, career. Yeah, we said that. Someone's going to come in. Remember we mentioned that someone might kind of mention, like, move into this direction. Is what's going to pop you out of this energy that's been holding you back. Pile 20. Pile 2 with the green Aventurine, like, you're on the path to success. You just kind of have to push yourself in there. And I feel like the momentum is in your favor. The energy is in your favor. They've been wanting you to go this way. It's just kind of up to you now. And I feel like because like your whole year depends on it. Because Spirit kept bringing up the same energy and the same message. They're like, literally what you choose to do next is what your year depends on. Whether you're in line for a long-term, very big, huge, stable success, or are you going to be kind of kept in this loop, this cycle, especially with your environment and especially for the people that you feel responsible for. All right, pile 2, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it was helpful, insightful, and resonant. If it is, I really appreciate a comment. It lets me know that you like this topic or like my style of reading, or it resonates with you. We're finding the right readers and finding the right people to read for. We're finding each other. Just to let you know, there is an extra bonus reading below the timestamps with an extra specific message from Spirit for you based on the color that you're wearing the most right now. And at this time, when you came across this. And also, if you're interested in a more specific and detailed overview of the year ahead for you, I have a limited time reading available, and you can email me about that. My email is also in the description. Have a beautiful day. Much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 3 with the amethyst crystal. We're looking at the year ahead for you. We'll look at health, home, career, money, spiritual, and love. Just a reminder, there's a bonus reading. It's below the description box and based on whatever color you're wearing the most at this time when you come across this reading. And for a limited time, I do have a reading for 2026, the year ahead. If you're interested in that, for a more specific general reading of these areas for you, you can email me about that if you're interested, and the email is also listed below. Okay, so let's start with health. Looking at emotional, physical, and mental. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Wands upright, and the Six of Cups. All right, so I do get first of all, by well into next year, you're definitely going to be feeling really happy and really nostalgic. You're going to be in the good feels, feeling like you're hanging out with the right people, you're having really good moments, events that you're having fun, and you're enjoying life a lot, creating a lot of good memories with people. So that's great. I do see this kind of new resurgence of, I'm getting like light and life back in your eyes, back in your life. So I do feel like you're kind of have this new spark, and I feel like the spark has always been there, but I feel like it's like kind of, if you've been kind of doing well with that, like using your creativity and using your ideas and feeling really good about how you feel, how you look, and kind of using that to kind of move your life forward, that energy is going to continue, maybe with a little bit extra spice. If you haven't been, because I do feel like there's an energy of feeling kind of dragged down, slowed down, and feeling like you can't kind of get there. That energy is definitely kind of being washed away very soon, beginning of the year kind of thing. Like this is new era kind of approaching in your life where things are going to be like you're going to be seen. Like I do feel like with the camera here and the Queen of Wands, like you're going to be looking good, you're going to be feeling good, you're going to be spending time with a lot of resonant people, and it's just going to be a good time. And I feel like there's the energy of like things kind of slowed down for some reason, or maybe you were kind of distracted or had a lot of things you had to do on your own, work on your own, where you might have not been able to kind of work on your social life, or maybe you weren't able to be seen or acknowledged or recognized as much as you should have been, on the work front, or on the health front, or even on the socializing, or even I feel like things were kind of like dragged down or held back, and that energy is going to be changed. Even if things were kind of going well, you're making good memories and you're doing well, I feel like you're going to be doing it a little bit with an extra oomph in the coming year. But there's the energy of something like maybe temporarily, but kind of like holding you back, not working out, something like that. But I'm getting like you're going to be looking good, you're going to be feeling good, you're making good memories. Because we're looking at like people and social dynamics, I'm getting like not being acknowledged or seen. So like I feel like it's not just like your friends and like the people that you're around that you want to associate with. I do feel like it's a little bit with work, and a little bit with like people that maybe you want to be seen by and not being seen by them. So there's an energy of like, it's like, forget it. Like if they can't understand me, if they can't see me, then like I'm just gonna move on to people who do. Or this like work situation, I feel it's like, if it's not working out this way, I'm gonna maybe it'll work out that way, and it's like a good move for you. Like your talents, your skills are being recognized or something like that. Or if something wasn't working before, it's like working now. But I do feel like there's like a change for some reason. It's because of some sort of change you make. Not knowing if it's gonna work out in this new way, but you're gonna take a risk. And I feel like even if it doesn't work out in like the other ways, just having the change in one area of your life, whether it's with people or with work or with your like physical appearance, like whatever you do, it affects the other areas too. So I feel like it doesn't have to work out in all areas, just that one change that works and is, you feel like this is right for me, it's going to affect all the other areas positively and move that up too. If that makes sense. Okay, your home energy or your environment. It could be a physical home, location. It could even be your friends and family. Energies I feel like home to you. The world. Yeah, I do feel like this energy of you're coming home. I feel like you came home within yourself. That's why in this next year it's being manifested in your environment. The Knight of Cups in reverse. And the Lovers. Yeah, I do feel like because you kind of come home to your own energies, your love life really, really improves. I feel like that's why you kind of want to work on yourself, is just to really feel good with who you are and what you're doing in life and what your role in this lifetime is, kind of what you're working on in this lifetime. And once you came home to that, I feel like that was in the recent past, and because of the changes you've made in the physical, in the way you look, or in work, or in the way that you connect with others, that something in that area has changed because you came home and you kind of feel like this is the new version of yourself, or this is like the new improved version of myself, and you feel comfortable being yourself. And so now you're going to have people come to you. You're going to be attracting potential love interests to you. And I do see, if you're single, you're definitely going to be in a relationship. If you're already in a relationship, I feel like the fact that you're going to get a lot of eyes on you is going to make your partner jealous and kind of work harder on the relationship. Not that like they're doing it only for that reason, but they're just appreciating you more. You're being seen more. Maybe you're going through a glow up. Also, I'm getting you feel good about your health, your physical body, whether you've done something or you just kind of feel better about who you are now. Even if you've like always kind of looked the same, there's something about feeling comfortable in your own skin, and that is radiating outwards. You're having this kind of glow up, and I feel like you're going to find outfits, you're going to find a hairstyle that matches you, that works with you better. These little changes, these little tweaks are going to bring love into your life, or the love that you currently already have, much, much stronger. A lot of gazes, a lot of people taking second looks at you because of that. Okay. Yeah, so that's the love energy I'm getting. What about people? Yeah, and I feel like you're going to find a partner, or you're going to have improved relations with your partner very strongly, and also very resonant platonic relationships as well. Friendships. Yeah. But I do feel like more than anything, love is on the agenda. Like, I do feel this kind of energy of having fun, hanging out with people, but I feel like even though you have that like social life popping off in a new or better way, or new direction, like you're like, no, love is what takes the cake always, forever. That's the big energy here. That's what I'm getting from you, your higher self. Okay, so your career, whether it's your job or your long-term career or passion project. Knight of Pentacles, very successful. And the Four of Pentacles, long-term, and Ten of Wands. Okay, so I do feel like you're getting called to a more long-term career goal. I feel like you become successful in your current job or current position, and you do so, you're doing so well that you are pointed in a new direction, whether it's by the universe or your own guidance or your people around you. I do feel like you find something else that has the potential for being long term and giving you more of what you want. So I do see you being successful in what you're currently doing for work, and so much so that you are pointed in a new direction. So that's very exciting. You got love, you got career, you're killing it, pile 3. What about money? How's money coming in for you? The Star card. Wow. Okay, you're calling it all in. The Two of Pentacles. There's something you're vibing with here. And the Page of Wands. Yeah, you're being asked to go in a new direction. Interesting. And there's something here, okay, with the The Knight of Pentacles and the Star card, I'm feeling is kind of related here. For some reason, I'm getting this energy of like something wasn't working out. Like you were meant to have a lot of prosperity, but I feel like the channel in which it was meant, like the channel in which you open up to the universe to bring this abundance of money into your life wasn't the right channel. And you kind of only let that channel up. I feel like you're kind of gonna be developing and opening up a new channel, a new way for the universe to bring in money for you. So yeah, because I'm getting the Page of Wands, like a new direction. Have you ever thought about this before? 11. Yeah, this is going to come in because it's kind of all... Okay, you know that energy when someone like wins the lottery, but their energy isn't primed and ready to take on that type of energy, and so they kind of squander it right away? I feel like it's the opposite for you. I feel like you were meant to have a lot of abundance in your life, so much so that like your energy is kind of like bubbling because it's meant to have this energy, and you're meant to have this energy in your auric field, like, but like it's been devoid of that energy, and for some reason it's making it act in weird ways. And so it's like I'm hearing divine intervention, like you're being forced to open up a new channel for your inner universe, for the universe to kind of bring forth this prosperity energy for you in the physical. We have Pentacles, like to bring it to you, because like I feel like your energy is so primed and has been primed for a grand amount of abundance and prosperity, wealth, money, energy, but you just haven't had the right like tunnel for the universe to bring this energy in, for bring this money in. And so, and you've been kind of just like coasting like that for such a long time. So it's like your energy is acting weird now because you're meant to have prosperity. You're meant to kind of live this different, abundant, prosperous life to the point where it's kind of like bringing in this new channel now. And I feel like it's in a direction that you would have, is it like something you would have, that you would have never thought of? Yeah. Knight of Cups. So we have the Knight of Cups here. Yeah, like Spirit is like bringing in romantic interest to you. Two of Pentacles. See, I was like, wow, the Knight of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Your love life is very connected to your money, your wealth. I'm hearing you big dum-dum. We're going to bring it to you now because you weren't picking up the hints we were giving you or something like that. And with a lot of love, they're calling you a dum-dum. Yeah, because with the Knight of Cups, like they're bringing this in because they love you, but they're kind of like, oh my goodness, pile 3. Why couldn't you get it? They're like shaking you at the same time. Like, please get it. The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, they're like, you're meant to have a very, you're supposed to live a more abundant life. We were meant to for a long time, and you kind of weren't allowing yourself. So how is this going to look like? Are you going to know what this is? Yeah, it's going to be in a new physical way that you could not have imagined. Yeah, and I got body because I kept getting inner universe, like this channel, like your auric field comes from within you, not like it's outside of your body, but it comes from within you, and like source energy of the universe is within you, and it's like this channel that wants to come outward. You're not letting it. Let's see, public fame, yeah. Popularity, outward presence. That's what I'm saying. Like you're meant to kind of connect with the right people. You're supposed to have this presence. You're supposed to be recognized and seen, but like you weren't being that way. It's so weird. Was this on purpose? Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. You're kind of going... Yeah, they're like, you're missing all the signs, dum-dum. Sorry. In a loving way. You cute dum-dum. It's like they're like, we were giving you opportunity after opportunity. We were showing you the way, the signs and synchronicities when we presented you with this opportunity. And you, beautiful, divine, cutest of all our kids, dum-dum, kept going, not picking up the hint or not going in that direction. Funny. Okay. Like, what does this look like? What is it gonna... Yeah, because I was looking for this card because I'm like, is it something that you wouldn't have ever imagined? And I'm getting yes. And it's not like illegal, crime, hazardous, or dangerous. I'm getting something something very specific, something very niche, something very like hidden, esoteric, or something very like secret. Sibling. I'm getting like adjacent. Like you're always like this is something you never picked up on. You never thought of. That's why Spirit didn't give you this idea, because it's so far-fetched. It's so completely different than you've ever thought before. This path in order to bring abundance through, to creating this new channel from your energetic self to your physical environment. Like it's so different that I'm getting that like they're trying to guide you to something like it, because they couldn't give you the idea directly because you wouldn't have got it. You would have butchered it, I'm hearing. So they're trying to lead you to something that was like this path, this channel in which you can bring forth this, not just like this money energy, abundance energy, but like kind of even physical manifestations. I'm getting it's very specific and niche for you. It's like very unique for you. It's a way to manifest. It's a way to kind of bring through ideas into the physical, to physically manifest, like from taking like mental energies and making it physical energies. Like there's like a way to do that for you that's like very specific to you, for you. It was so specific that they weren't even trying to get you to land that specific idea. They were just trying to land you something like that idea, but you kept not taking that path. Interesting. Okay, let's see your spiritual and then your love energies. Spiritual, the Hanged Man in reverse. Yeah, wow. Because the energies you're bringing forth are very big and they're very impactful in this reality. Like you're literally channeling from like the furthest reaches of the universe. You're someone who's very in tune with themselves, because like only someone who is very connected can will Spirit talk to in this way. You know, Two of Swords. Yeah, it was blocked. Okay, this is what I'm getting. You were connecting to ideas that were so beyond. You're channeling probably soul mission ideas, ideas for the future of humanity, for the future of this realm. Like very high level perspectives, visions, ideas. You were channeling them, but you weren't manifesting them. You weren't bringing them into the physical. You weren't grounding them. You weren't working on them. You weren't manifesting them. There was a huge block there. And it's because you couldn't sustain it. They're so frustrated with you, but in a loving way. As loving, like they love you more than anything, but like I'm getting like even they are getting a little frustrated with you, because it's like you couldn't ground these big grand visions and ideas that you were having, and you were having a lot of them. Oof. 10 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, but there is luckily something that is clearing the way for you to work on this. This is soul mission work, right? Because in the spiritual, we're looking at, are you using your intuition and creativity? And spirit's like, hell yeah, in such big ways. You're using your intuition, you're doing your spiritual work, you're connecting in very deep ways. Are you taking care of yourself? Self-love, self-care. You know, yes, but sometimes you even put spiritual work ahead of your like physical health. And then soul life, your life purpose, your soul mission, Two of Swords, blocked. But I'm getting like, you're blocking it. What's this Ten of Swords? Yeah, you can move very quickly in the direction of what you're meant to be doing. If this was unblocked, what's the Ten of Swords? Love of a lifetime. This is what you're meant to be doing. Receiving offer and opportunity. Someone that is run. You push this idea so far. Okay. It's kind of like, you know, there's this like perfect soulmate, a guest that wants to come over, that wants to visit, but you kind of keep accidentally, without knowing it, disinviting this person. Maybe a friend wants to bring in this awesome soulmate level guest to your place. Like, hey, I really want you to meet a friend of mine. I think you guys would get along really quickly. You're like, nah, you know, like I just kind of got out of a breakup. I don't really want to see anyone, not even friends really. If you want to come over, maybe, but I'm not really interested in seeing more people than that. And the universe is like slapping their forehead with, like, palming their forehead really hard, being like, oh my God. Pile 3. This is like the 10th or 20th time that we tried to bring this person around for you and you couldn't see it, you know? Is that type of energy. Like this energy of, I'm getting this manifestation tunnel. So the way that you bring ideas into the physical, because I feel like you're meant to be a master manifester or something like that. Past love. Okay, and the way that they're gonna bring it to you, because like this is soul, family, and friends. Okay, so this is connected to a soul mission or a passion project that you are interested in. It's very similar to that. It's like I'm hearing like adjacent, it's like parallel to that. It's not exactly that. That's not how you bring it in. It's something very similar to that. That's why you've probably been guided to do this kind of soul mission or this passion project, but it never got off the ground, or you never really got around to kind of moving forward in that. It's like that soul mission, but different. And if you figure out what that is, I'm getting you're going to be manifesting crazy big things in your life. Spirit is saying kind of use like being your creative energies to kind of bring it out, not just your intuition, but like creative energies, not just like tarot, whatever modalities you use to connect with spirit yourself. Literally try to do whatever creative things. I'm getting that you were guided to kind of pursue different creative projects. Try like 100 million new, maybe not 100 million, but try like 10 new creative things, 100 new creative things, if that's what it takes in the coming year to figure out what this manifestation technique is for you, because it's specific to you. And you're meant to be this master manifester. At least manifest one big major thing in your life, if it's not multiple major things. Use your soul family, people who resonate with you, to kind of bounce ideas off of in a playful back and forth banter. Just kind of explore this material things by talking about material things, which sounds counterintuitive, but like that's what spiritual people talk about the least, don't they? But you have to kind of talk about physical things. And if you have spiritual friends who are, or people who resonate with you, and whatever type of energy this is, bounce ideas off of them about physical things, material things. anything, any little thing, your comb, your hairbrush, your toothbrush, you know, your gaming system, your table, your, just talk about physical things, small and medium and big. And it's going to spark something, because it's like you're working with physical energies now. Talk about your perfect ideal work desk, your ideal computer or phone, maybe something that exists now, or something that you, maybe for spiritual people, it's easier to visualize what you would like in your phone, what it would be capable of. But I'm getting, connecting to the energies of physical things, even if it has to start with what you want or kind of futuristic kind of things, and then bringing it down to just kind of physical things. Not, it doesn't have to necessarily be your home, but just I'm hearing about just physical things. The kind of incense holder that you use, you know, what kind of tires you put on your car, just like anything physical, hiking gear, you know, or whatever, just physical things. I'm hearing food is a good way, but food is kind of, it's hard because you're not talking about like what type of tomatoes you like to use. You might talk about a recipe where tomatoes are used, but not the tomato itself. It's kind of tricky because you can kind of get off topic and get into the more creative, which is intuitive energy. You want to talk about actually the tomato itself, you know, which is, so that's why I'm saying like cooking or food, it might be a little bit more difficult, but like the plate that you use, the cooking ware that you use, that you can talk about. So that's interesting. Wow, pile 3. Okay. Lastly, love. Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's going to go, wow. I do feel like someone incredibly good looking, but that also works as hard as you is coming in. I feel like this person, like you both kind of have the same kinds of goals in life, and it's like really refreshing to find someone who has the same kind of goals in life. If you're looking for someone new, if you're single, if you're dating, if you're in a current long-term relationship, I do feel like you create more of a home with this person, just because you guys both you never run out of things to work on that's fun for you, that you want to try out, and that's going to continue in the next year, or that's going to improve your relationship in the coming year. If you've just been kind of dating or in a short-term relationship, I do feel like you might find someone better come along that resonates with you and that you find more attractive in more ways than just one, not just physically, but like, you know, the energy that they bring to the relationship. Maybe they're more adventurous, or they like kind of more the same things that you do. But if you're single, I am getting, you're definitely finding someone that is kind of like a really good match for you. You feel like it's a soulmate level connection. And little to no contact. I do see, again, you might be distracted by some eye candy that walks past you, and that you might want to kind of open up to, rather than kind of dragging on someone that might not be responding back to you. Okay, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you like this style of reading, resonate with me, my style, I really appreciate like a comment and let me know, because it helps me on what kind of readings I should put out. Because I read for you. I mean, there's no reason I should be doing it. Like, there's no personal reason for it, besides that I'm using my divine gifts and I'm being guided to use my divine gifts. But like, if it's for money, if it's for service to others, if it's for finding like-minded, like-souled individuals I can connect with, that's beautiful. Whether it's to bring ideas into the world, whatever, I don't care. I'm just using my divine gifts. I care what you think, what you want. That's what I care about. There is a bonus reading below the timestamps in the description box, which is like a personal message from Spirit for you for the coming year, based on the colors that you happen to be wearing when you come across this reading right now. And if you're interested in more specific and detailed reading for the year ahead, I do have, for a limited time, that overview for 2026 reading that you can just email me about. The reading, my email is also listed below. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 4 with the Angelite crystal. We're looking at the year ahead for you. So we're going to look at health, home, career, money, spiritual, and love. Just a reminder, there is a bonus reading at the end of the reading, at the end of the timestamps below in the description box for a specific message for you for the year ahead from Spirit, if you're interested in that. Also, I do have for a short period of time the year ahead overview as a reading if you're interested in more specific, detailed reading for yourself for 2026. Okay, so it's a timeless reading though. It should resonate for whenever you come across this for the year ahead or however you want to use this. Okay, so health. Health real quick. So the 4 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so there's this energy of, there's a little bit of like kind of boredom, not getting new fresh ideas, inspiration, and that completely changing next year. So I feel like you're getting a ton of more interesting people, I'm hearing, more interesting topics to research, to talk about, to look into, more interesting hobbies, more interesting creative projects, projects at work, more interesting events, social events to go to with your friends or with your family or both, or in your neighborhood, your community. Like, I feel like there's just been this kind of like lull. Like, it feels like kind of things were a little bit boring, a little bit kind of stale in your life in terms of excitement and newness and maybe something that you were actually interested in. And I'm getting like you're getting hit with a lot of that next year. And so I feel like it was just kind of your health has been pretty good, and look, going ahead, it looks pretty great too, because we didn't get any mention from Spirit like emergency, physical health. No, it's just mostly like your mental health, emotional health, and physical health is pretty great. If the only thing Spirit has to bring up for your health is, yeah, you might have been bored a little bit lately, and now you're not going to be. You're going to have a lot of exciting, fun, new things that you resonate with come through. So you're doing pretty great health-wise, pile 4. Okay, in terms of home, your home could be your physical location, your physical home, or your area that you spend a lot of time in, or even your friends and family. We have the Page of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the 4 of Swords in reverse. Okay, see that we have the 4 of Cups in reverse and the 4 of Swords in reverse. I feel like there's a lot of new energy coming in regards to your home, your location, places that you spend a lot of time. I feel like you're like rethinking things. For example, if you're, if you want to stay in your current home and you like where you are right now in your location, you might be kind of thinking of moving around your furniture, maybe kind of, changing things around, changing the look, updating a look in one of your rooms or one of your or your entire place, something like that. Like, there's something about updating the look or changing around the look. If you're looking for a new place, a new home, I'm getting that like there's a lot of good potential places coming through, and they're so like, I feel like, why haven't I seen this before? Like, why didn't I know about this place before? And I feel like it's just like all the places that you're seeing now, they're all great places. Or if you're looking for a specific home, like all the homes you're seeing now, they're like all great and all have a potential for like be the reason that you do move. And you're like, why didn't my partner and I or my family and I not see these homes before? Like, were they just like hidden or something like that? Like, before, I feel like you saw homes, like, oh, it was okay, or it doesn't seem right, or they were not good. And now you're seeing like a whole bunch that like are perfect. And you're like, why didn't I see this before? Yeah, and then even like your office or your workspace, I feel like or even like the home that you like, the home energy that you frequent, like maybe your friend's place or your family's place. Maybe you kind of have ideas to inspire them. Maybe if you kind of take care of your grandparents or your parents or your children or your grandchildren or something like that, you might have ideas to kind of help them out in their home, to kind of refresh that energy in their home or make it more practical or efficient or pretty. I'm also getting, maybe even like changing out the interior of your car, or kind of changing out your wardrobe or something like that. And I feel like if things are just like clicking for you when it comes to things like updating things, and especially when it comes to physical appearances or physical like things, material things. And there's one more that hold on one second. Let's see, office, family, home. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, and then I got like, if there's like a place that you frequent often, like for example, like a restaurant or bar that you always go to with your friends or family or something like that, there's like something that you want to do new in that area. Maybe, for example, if you skate or something like that, you go to the skate park a lot or something that you might like decide to kind of do something for that skate park, or try a different area, or go to a different skate park or something like that. Like there's that type of energy of like the place that you frequent a lot, you're having like different ideas for it. Okay. Like how is that helpful to you? Or why is that important for you? 8 of Cups, because I feel like it ties in with you kind of leaving this emotion. Like I feel like this, it brings in that exciting energy, or it works with that exciting energy. Like you're bringing in new exciting things, people to talk to, situations, opportunities into your life, and that's going to match like your environment. So you're going to find new exciting things in your environment. If you've been looking at the same painting for like years and years, you might feel like, okay, it's time to change that painting. We can always bring it back, but like maybe change it, or change the positioning of it or something like that. It's like bring in new energies. If you've been feeling kind of bored, kind of like bringing this in. And I'm saying like, do you bring this in, or no? This energy comes in for you. Like I feel like you get new exciting energies in your life, and that inspires you to make new and exciting changes in your environment. Does that make sense? This is something that you take on yourself because you just kind of have the energy to, and you're excited to. You're like, new year, new me kind of thing. I feel like it's like kind of like new energy, new environment. Like why not? It just inspires you to do that. I'm getting also from Spirit, like your home is often a reflection of what's going on within you, your own mental, emotional, and spiritual state. And so usually when your energy changes, your physical environment also changes. So if you feel like changing things around in your environment or the environment that you frequent, there's a reason for that. It's because your energy has also changed, especially if it's like new and exciting. Obviously the environment's going to change in new and exciting ways. I'm seeing a vision board for some of you, maybe putting up a picture that inspires you, a vacation home, like, a picture of a vacation home or a place you want to vacation a lot, or aspire to get a vacation home in, that kind of like put a painting like that up, or a photograph of that up or something like that. I'm getting that type of energy. Okay, so let's go into career. Page of Wands in reverse. Ace of Swords, and the High Priestess. There's new energy in here too. Yeah, with the Page of Swords here. This new energy that's coming in, and I feel like it's like coming in pretty rapidly. I'm getting like not weekly, monthly. So like I feel like this energy is coming in. It's not like on a yearly, it's not seasonal, it's not yearly, it's not as quick as a weekly, daily or weekly, but it's monthly. Like it's almost like, I'm hearing fortnight, like almost like bi-weekly or something like that. I'm getting salary. Because we're talking about career. Okay. So I'm getting this change is coming in fast, maybe not like hourly, daily, or weekly, but almost like bi-weekly or monthly. But it's not yearly, it's not seasonally, it's not yearly, it's not few years at a time. It's relatively quick. It's pretty quick, right? This change of new, fresh, exciting energy coming into your life. And I'm getting it's like a general energy, because I'm like, is there anything that's like kind of specific? And yeah, work. I'm getting work as like the main thing, but I'm also getting like events in your life. And this might be someone that is attracted to you. Oh, you're that's what it is. Your energy is so attractive right now. It is so electrifying and magnetized that it's magnetizing, like electricity is the physical thing, right? So magnets is what attracts that physical thing, electricity. So I feel like you're very magnetic right now. So you look good, you feel good, and you're in such a good mental state, in the emotional state, that you're attracting in a lot of new emotional things. And why is that? Why are you in such a good space? Celebration. You have a lot to celebrate, and you have been celebrating. So a lot of things are coming in for you. Wow, entertainment. You're having fun. Okay, so I feel like the celebration is because you've been inviting more fun into your life. And I feel like people forget how important this is. They work themselves to the bone, and they kind of work in a cycle, in a loop, and they forget to have fun. And that's what manifests. Not the people who only have fun and don't work on anything that means anything to them. That's not what I'm talking about. You have been working on things that are meaningful to you. Even if you've just been kind of, work a job that doesn't have much meaning, you don't dislike it, and you go in there, you do your thing, you talk to people, it's easy work, you don't have to stress yourself out, and then you get out and then hang out with your friends and family and your loved ones and do what you like to do, your projects, your hobbies. You're living the life, you're doing what you're supposed to do. You have a great work-life balance. And I want to rephrase that. You have a great work-fun balance. That's important, because life can be work too. Like, there's a lot of stuff in life that's like, you come out home from work and then you got to take care of all your chores and errands and stuff like that, right? And then you have to, not all the times you socialize is for fun. It's for like, checking up on family, making sure you are helping your friend with planning that event, or being a great emotional support for people. So sometimes connecting to people is also work, and your life is work, right? But I'm talking about fun, like actually when you're enjoying something and you're taking time to work on something that you like. Not even work on something that you like, because I consider that part of work. But like something you do specifically just because it's fun. You have a great balance with that. And I'm not talking about the discipline, because I feel like, for example, if you want to become like you want to get really good at drawing, like they say, like, oh, put in an hour every day, right? Like, set a time, and every day at that time, draw, right? But that's kind of, sometimes it's fun, but sometimes it's just discipline, and you'll get better at it. But I'm talking about, like, you draw when it's fun. You don't draw when it's like feels like you need to. That kind of fun. Like, you're doing it because it's fun, not because you're forcing yourself and saying it's like something you like and want to get better at and have to be disciplined in. This is something you do just because in that moment you feel like this is the most fun thing I can think of doing, or one of the fun things I could think of doing. That type of balance. And so it's bringing in this new energy. So you keeping up with that fun energy, because it's supposed to be almost 50-50, I'm hearing. Like, your work and that fun is supposed to be like 50-50. And like, we barely do like 20-80. Most people only do like 95-9, 5-9. Maybe that's what the 9 to 5. I'm channeling on such a crazy level right now. It's because I think I put sugar in my coffee, but it opens up channels that I don't usually use. I don't like sugar as a channel because it affects my physical body in ways I don't like. But the 9 to 5, almost kind of the 95% to 5% fun, 95% work. Because if you do work 9 to 5, then and then you have to sleep for 8 hours. So if you work for 8 hours and you sleep for 8 hours and you have 8 hours for life, but then you have family and chores and things you have to get done, you know, maybe you have, and then you have to cook dinner and whatever. Like maybe you have maximum 4 hours, but maybe most people it's like barely an hour, if at that, half hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 a day where you can just kind of have fun. And by the time you're so exhausted to think of anything fun, that you just rather flip on a TV show or scroll on your phone, you know, or, you know, like barely get time to game. You get kind of distracted by these technologies instead of kind of, you know, painting or woodworking, or, you know, some people will go to the gym, but I consider sometimes gym like a disciplined, fun kind of thing. Sometimes it's work, takes away another hour or two. You know, taking a bath sometimes, but that's like if you're really exhausted. It's hard to even find things that are fun that you can't just turn to something that's easy to have fun with, like going out for a drink with a friend or watching TV instead of doing something with your hands and your mind creatively, like making music, making art, singing, you know, doing something intentionally like that, making something with your hands kind of thing. Okay. I don't know what I was just saying. I was just channeling. Okay. Fun, work, balance. Yeah, so much so that you're gonna ease into this new energy. And with work, it's gonna bring fresh inspiration. We have the Page of Wands here. I'm getting like fire shoes. I'm seeing like shoes with like fire coming off of it. And the Ace of Swords here, the Ace of Swords in your health as well. This keeps repeating, like this energy of like you getting a lot of ideas that's going to lead you in the right direction with work. I feel like this idea that you get for work is like kind of very unique. It's very unique, but it's very powerful. And if it wasn't so powerful and so big and so like perfect, I don't think you would have taken action on it. But because it's like very unique, you're like, I don't know, I don't want to do something like that different, you know. But because it's so big in its energies, and so like you can feel the power behind this idea, and you kind of know like if this works out, it's going to be a really big deal. And you're like, I don't know anyone else thinking of this. And so you're like, I guess I'm going to have to be the one who brings this idea out into the physical world. It's a little bit exciting for you. And I feel like you're trying to contain your excitement because of how perfectly it's working out. I feel like you're trying to hold it in, like until you can go home and just like scream and shout and jump like at how awesome it is that it's working out. Like you're trying to like keep your cool in front of everyone else because you're like, oh my god, this is my idea and it's working out, and it's working out more perfectly than I could imagine, and like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be so awesome, I'm gonna get so much money, it's gonna get so much recognition, like, and this is me, I'm gonna get the credit, like I'm doing this, I can't believe I'm doing this. And then you want to scream and shout, like you're screaming in your mind, like being like, oh my goodness, I'm doing this. And then you're trying to like bite your lip and try not to smile, but you're like can't help but be proud of yourself and be proud that you're the one who's like using your intuition, your creativity, and you got this energy and you did it. You work with the divine to get this off the ground for work. It's going to be a very exciting time for you in terms of work next year, pile 4. Okay, and what about money? Let's see. 2 of Cups. Yes, because you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're like following your life purpose. You're following your heart, your passion, and you're celebrating. You're having this really awesome work fun balance. I'm hearing you like unlocked the key. You unlocked the perfect routine for yourself that works for you. Yeah, you unlocked it. This great life, and therefore your money is going to reflect that. The Sun card. Oh yeah. Oh, in very big ways. Pile 4. In very, very big ways. I'm seeing 144. So you are kind of chosen. You're chosen for this. It's because you worked on yourself to be the perfect vessel for the divine to bring this idea through. This Four of Cups energy in reverse again, like the first card here. You're not going to be bored. You're definitely not going to be bored. I feel like this brings in such inspiration and excitement into your life, and with it increasing your resources, your money, and whatever else, like your network. Because it's not just, I'm not seeing just money, I'm seeing like your resources, like your ability to network, your ability to find the best of the best, curate the best designer for this, or best carpenter for that, or best landing the best contracts for whatever you need to get done. I don't know why I said carpenter instead of contractor. I feel like you have like the freedom and the ability to kind of even get specific people for specific projects that you want. Like you have that net casted for, in terms of the skills you have access to. Whoa. So that bodes well for, I feel like, if you have an idea. I do feel like it could be like your own business, or if you're working for a specific business, like you're definitely kind of like project manager or like VP of that division or that company, because like you're head honcho there for sure. With that idea, oh yeah. And then money for sure flows in. The eight of cups here, and it's because like it's going the same direction. It's because you're leaving behind this like stagnant, stale, kind of not necessarily ugly, but kind of not as beautiful as it could be energy. Like it was boring, it was humdrum, it was very much like you needed more color in your life, and you know it. You need more style. You're capable of holding more details in your life. Does that make sense? Like, so you're the kind of person, like, not only is your home like well decorated, but you pay attention to kind of even like the materials of the candlesticks or something like that. I don't know where that came from, but like just like you can pay attention to even more details than most people. Does that make sense? That's why I got like you could even like hire specific skills even for like different teams. Like when you're head of like all the teams, you can bring in specific people. Yeah, so I feel like even though you're in charge of like multiple groups, multiple projects or multiple groups, you can like bring in even like a specific contractor, a specific like freelancer that would add value to that specific group or that specific project. Like that's your eye for detail I'm getting. Okay, so spiritually, what does your head look like? And that could be how you're using your creativity and intuition. How much are you taking self-love, self-caring for yourself, and then your life purpose as well. And if you have any, lessons or anything you need to pay attention to. The Two of Cups. Okay, Two of Cups coming out twice here. We have something that you're so magnetic right now. And so there's something coming up with love, but that's the last thing I'm doing because that's the one topic that people want to hear the most, obviously. But like, you might not pay attention to it as much even if you want to listen to the other categories, you might not listen to it as much. If you hear it first, you're thinking about the love thing. So like I don't know. This is why I designed this reading this way. And it's not just you. It's me too. It's everyone. We just want to know like money and love and that kind of stuff first, right? Okay, so Six of Wands, success. Okay, so you are using your creativity and your intuition well, which we see here. And Queen of Cups, yeah, you're following your life purpose and you're actually bringing in the exact perfect life purpose, creative projects and people to you because you're on that authentic vibe. You're vibrating authentically in that frequency. You're holding yourself in that authentic frequency, which is really hard, incredibly hard for people to do, which is why they might be able to manifest little things here and there, or they might be able to manifest one big thing after a long period of time, but you're going to be able to manifest quicker because you're able to hold that authentic energy better. And it has to do, like, that's why you're kind of letting your environment and the people you talk to kind of match your energy, because it helps you hold that authentic frequency longer. You can stay in it longer, and it helps manifest faster. Okay, in your love life, the Emperor, yes. Yeah. Really strong, long-lasting legacy status, love coming in for you, or I feel like you already have it, or solidifying even stronger. Okay, so if you're single, I do feel like there's someone coming in for you, but it feels like it's someone who is working with you as a friend or as a business partner or coworker, like that, first, before you become a romantic thing. I do feel like there's like, oh yeah, this person's cute, or like, let's see what they're about, but there's an interest in working with them in an additional way, not just the romantic love way with this person. So this person has another role in your life, which kind of solidifies that this is a really strong, powerful soulmate, because they're working with you in more ways than one in this lifetime, very strongly. Okay, if you are in a long-term committed relationship, or have been with this person for a long time, I definitely see, yeah, I said like you two are kind of solidifying this connection even stronger, just like kind of reinforcing the home there that you already have built. Looks good, looks solid. You guys both have goals that you want to achieve, and you're both kind of going for it. You guys kind of are on the same page, and it's like almost like you don't need to talk to each other, and you know where the other person's at in terms of their head around these projects, these goals that you both have. Your day-to-day routine is beautiful. There's nothing more. There's like nothing more you need to add on to this connection if you've been in a long-term connection. If you've been just kind of dating, or looking to date, or in a shorter relationship, only been with this person for a short while, or interested in this person, talking to this person for a short while. 6. Okay, I do feel like this person is kind of wanting to connect with you more. This person does feel like a soulmate type of connection, but I feel like because you're such in a magnetic state, you're kind of getting their energy to kind of be attracted to you faster. And I feel like your higher self is saying like, slow it down. This person is just being there. You're just so magnetic right now that you're attracting this person in faster than they need to. I feel like they're interested in committing to you or leveling up this connection faster than you feel would be right. And so just be kind of aware of that. You're just super magnetic. Not that this person isn't a good person. Like, I feel like this person is a really good fit for you and is definitely a soulmate level connection. I just think that because you're so magnetic right now, this person is feeling it and feeling you so hard. They're so attracted to you in so many ways that they're going to like try to push for things faster, because I feel like they intuitively know that the two of you are going to be, you intuitively know too that you two are going to be kind of together for a bit and are going to be accomplishing a lot of things even in the near future together in the relationship. But I feel like things have been unfolding in the right timing already. Like, don't need to force it. Let things kind of unfold in their natural timing. Like, it's going to be more fun and more enjoyable that way anyway, is what I'm getting. Okay. And then if you are in little to no contact with someone, yeah, time to move on. You'll want to move on, I'm hearing. You'll want to move on because your guides are going to hint to you to move on. But I think you're going to go dragging your feet. I feel like if you've been kind of in like in a kind of a one-sided relationship, I do see that like you are definitely going to move past them. You're going to move past that energy that you've been kind of couldn't let go of. Moving, changing, yeah. And it might have to do with you might go through like a change to signify that you're kind of moving past that person. I've been a twin flame reader for 4 years when I first started this channel. I've moved on from that, but it still holds a place in my heart, and I still do twin flame readings. But so I understand that sometimes when you want to move past someone, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to in the first try. And so there's nothing wrong with like kind of taking it in chunks or releasing them over time. That's totally fine. But I do feel like there's a significant movement forward from that energy that has been holding you back. And one of the ways that you can do it, most significant ways people do it is like a haircut, right? But something like that, like a physical change that allows you to kind of signify you're wanting to be a new person and move into a new energy. You know what I'm saying? It could be like a new wardrobe or a new jacket that you get for the winter, coat you get for the winter, or doing your makeup differently, or getting a new pair of glasses, a new piece of jewelry that you wear to remind you that you're this new version of yourself, not that old version. Okay. All right. I think that's it. Yeah. Someone that is attracted to you. Yeah. I feel like I'm going to wrap this up with like the fact that you're so magnetic. Yeah. 8 of Swords. I mean, the 8 of Cups and the 8 of Swords here. You're definitely leaving a lot of things in the past behind in order to move into this new energy. You're already feeling it. You're already celebrating it. It's because it's directly related to the amount of fun you allowed yourself each day. I feel like you make it kind of a routine. You kind of have made a schedule around it. Maybe it's not like a specific time or anything, but you kind of incorporated it into your day-to-day life somehow. And your spirit guides are celebrating you. They're like, this is exactly how like people should be living. You're embodying like divine energy and how divine energy is supposed to manifest in the physical. And because of that, your manifestation abilities are growing, and you're bringing in more energies to celebrate, and that's bringing in more things to celebrate. So you can see how like these things are all kind of happening for you, Pile 4, in the coming year. It's super exciting. Let me know if this resonated for you by leaving a like or comment. It really helps me out. I really appreciate you telling me if you like this style of reading, if you like this topic, if you want to hear more of it, or letting me know what you would like to hear more of. I do this for you, like this is, and for the reason of using my divine gifts. It's just, I care about what you want. That's the only reason I'm doing this. Like, if not, I could be doing other things, you know what I'm saying? So I love connecting to like-minded souls, and that's another reason. Just to let you know, there is a bonus reading at the end of this reading. The timestamps are below the timestamps for the main reading in the description, which is just based on the color that you happen to be wearing at this exact time. And that's a specific message from the universe for you for the coming year. And if you'd like more detail for a limited time, I do have a 2026 yearly overview reading that you can email me about if you're interested. My email is also below. With that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful Pile 5 with the Moonstone crystal. We're looking at the year ahead for you. We're going to look at health, home, career, money, spiritual, and love. Just a reminder, there is a bonus reading for this reading that is after this main one. The timestamps for that are below the timestamps for this main reading in the description below. It's just based on whatever color you happen to be wearing the most of right now. And if you want more specific information about the year ahead for you, for a limited time, I do have a 2026 yearly overview reading available. You can just email me, and the information for that is below as well. Okay, so let's get started. Your health. How's that look? Wow. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Cups upright, and the Knight of Swords upright. Okay. I feel like you're doing really well. First of all, your physical health is really well, but you have been taking care of that for a long time, or at least in the last year or so, you have vastly improved your physical health. But yeah, going into the next year, your health looks amazing. It looks incredible. And I'm also getting, like your mental and emotional health are pretty good too. But like Spirit is just want to kind of give you a shout out specifically about your physical health and how much you've been taking care of it. Because I feel like that's been something you put an extra energy and effort into. And they recognize it and they want to recognize you. Huge round of applause for you. Okay, so and then the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords, that is specifically more people coming into your life in order to kind of test out this new energy I'm hearing. So I'm getting there's going to be a lot of playful energy, a lot of interesting folks. So playful and interesting people that come into your life specifically because you're in a good, solid place health-wise. Your energy is radiating. I'm ready to have fun. I'm ready to do new things or enjoy new company or take on new hobbies or new projects or new work. I am ready for it. I am glowing and I have the energy and I am excited. So you're signaling all of that with your incredible health at this time. And so the universe is going to match you with that energy. And so expect a lot of people with different ways of enjoying life and with a lot of different interests that align with your interests, like, and even interests that you might have not even thought of before or was interested, like even knew about or really looked into before. Like get ready for a lot of people to bring in like new ways to have fun and new interests that you didn't know about or didn't have before come to light for you this year. Okay, so what about your home energy, which could be your physical home or just the location area that you're in or spend a lot of time in. It could be also your friends and family. Okay, so the 9 of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the 4 of Cups. Okay, so the 9 of Pentacles in reverse again. Wow, so that's like a definite synchronicity. The King of Wands in reverse and the 4 of Cups upright. So I definitely feel like you're doing really well. I feel like you're getting like almost everything you want. And so much so you're kind of getting kind of bored of how you're manifesting so many things that you want. Good for you, pal, for, you know? That's a good energy to be in. So I feel like you're doing so well that you're actually bringing in so much abundance, like even physical abundance, material wealth, monetary wealth into your life, even abundance of good people, good, valuable, resonant people in your life, quality people, quality things, quality opportunities. Like you're getting so many of these things that you're kind of getting bored. I'm getting maybe not bored, but kind of like I don't even know where I should spend my time and energy because I kind of like everything coming in. You know, it's what I wanted. It's what I like. I feel like anything that you even think of, like, oh, I kind of want a group of travel buddies. Bam, manifest. And it's like, oh, now you have 2 or 3 different friends or groups that came in that would love to travel with you. And you're like, I don't know what to pick. You know, it's like kind of being spoiled. You're being kind of spoiled by the universe. I'm hearing rightly so. Your guys, these spirit guys are like, they have your back, Pile 5. They're like, yeah, Pile 5 deserves it. You have no idea. Your guides have your back. All right, so career. Oh, should we wrap this energy up? The home energy. Someone coming back. And it came out in reverse. I feel like your energy is so good that people... I feel like even people that kind of... I feel like there's energy of people who kind of... You know, like snooty people who kind of like thought they were better than you. like you're like, I want to travel here, and like we already traveled there. We also traveled to this place and that place and every other place, and you're like, okay, like get over yourself. Like, you know, I only travel to places I like, and because I really like, I resonate with that place and it means something to me. And I don't get to travel a lot because I don't have time off at work, or I don't have the means to, or I will always just travel alone. Like, get off your high horse, like, you know, like that's cool, but like you might not be traveling the way I travel, kind of thing. Or you might like, I wish I had the means or some time off to kind of travel the way that you do. And I feel like these people that kind of like once looked you over. I'm using traveling as an example, but I'm getting it's like in more ways than that. Are coming back because you're kind of, without trying, one-upping them. I feel like you kind of try not to even talk to them because you're like, you know where you're traveling to and how incredible it is. And now you have the means to just kind of maybe get the 5-star resort level stay there. And you get to go to all these like secret places that many people don't even know of. You just kind of have to like listen to these conversations with these people from the past. And be like, oh, I know. Like, that's not even, like, that's like a main, like, that's like a touristy area. Or like, oh, yeah, like, you don't even like that area. Like, it doesn't even mean anything to you. You didn't even get to talk to the locals. Like, you stayed in your hotel the whole time or something like that. Yeah, there's a feeling of, there's also maybe a feeling of like someone might ask you a question and you're able to kind of answer, and you kind of answer plainly, but at the same time people know that you're in a different league than they are, when they might have thought they were in a league above you. There's like that type of energy kind of coming back. I don't know why. A new crush. Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of people who are kind of like might have passed you up in the past, wanting to come back to be in a relationship with you, or even be friends with you, or hang out with you more, get on your good side, because they're like, I want to be living the pile 5 life, you know. And you're just kind of like, yeah, no. Not because you kind of didn't see my value before, but because they kind of bore you. You're on the next level. You're on that new pile 5. Okay, so career. The Chariot, yeah, that's going in such beautiful places. Okay. The Moon card in reverse and the 5 of Pentacles. Because I'm seeing the 5 energy in such a positive light, I'm not seeing kind of like a lack energy in here. I'm kind of seeing that like because you have like in this abundance of money, a ton of prosperity energy coming in, I do feel like you're just kind of more careful with it. Like, I feel like you're like this energy of once you have more, you have to like safeguard more or something like that. You know, it's like the more you have, the more you can lose. So I feel like in the beginning, there might be a little bit of a new fear that pops up of like, now that I have all these new opportunities, situations, and abundance in my life, I got to be protective of it. And also feeling kind of that slight fear of like, you know, now that I have it, I don't want to not have it. Have it like leave my energy, leave my life. So as fast as it comes in, I feel like it kind of changes gear for you, where you're kind of thinking in a different way. It's like, how can I make this last? How can I keep this stable? How do I make investments? What do I, like, you're more picky with your money and how you use it and what you use it for. Which I feel like you're kind of like, you didn't expect that, but you're in a different mindset. It's kind of like if you were poor and then you become rich and you think about wealth in a different way. It's that type of energy. It's not bad, I'm getting. It's good. It's just like, I think it's unexpected, and that's why Spirit is bringing it up here. It's just kind of like an unexpected energy, of flipping of the way that you think mentally. And then also kind of like, I don't even get career here. I don't even see a job here, pile 5. I see investments. So you're letting your money work for you, pile 5. So it's a definite change in the way that you live your life, and your mentality has to change with that, I'm getting. The High Priestess, yeah. With the Moon card and the High Priestess cards, like, you're using your intuition. I feel like this is what you were prepped for. This is what you've been practicing. You've been working on your intuition. You've been working on your discernment energies and all those kind of qualities, your virtues that a lot of people didn't get to see before. People are like, what are you, like, they don't see the work that you put in, the unseen effort and energy and hard work, you know, that goes unseen. That type of work, that's what this is for. When people win the lottery and they're not ready for it and then they lose all that money, this is like when you win the lottery, not only do you have a plan for it, but like you like increase the amount that you won by 10, you know, or 100. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you exercise that muscle in your brain, and you exercise your intuition muscle, where you know what to do next. You know how to invest next. You know what's the trends, what's going to be coming up for you, coming up in the markets. You have all of this kind of intuitive guide. That's what you worked on. So when you have big energies come into your life, you know how to direct it. Is there anything? Group of people. When I said direct it, also I'm getting like people too. Like you're getting like abundance. Like you might be in charge of a lot of employees, and I'm getting this energy of like having very few people you're in charge of, or work for, or work under, or work under you, to getting a massive business with multiple peoples and multiple things you have to look out for. And it's like a huge change where you have to think differently, you know? Like maybe what worked for employing a small group of people is going to be, you can't always take what worked for that small group and apply it to major, like larger groups, you know? Like you have to change the way you think, the way you act, the way you behave, and the way you go at things, problem solve, handle, manage. Okay. And so money, big moves, pile 5, big moves being made by you next year. 7 of Cups, 6 of Cups in reverse, and the 6 of Wands. Interesting. So I use this deck specifically for money because money is related to water a lot. You know how they say like a lot of the financial terms are also like nautical terms. And so there's this energy with the cups here. I'm getting like you're very aligned with your wealth, with your money energies. With the 2 of Sixes here, like you're very much in harmony. But it comes after a time, you recognize what direction to go in, because at one point you went in not the right direction with your money, with your finances. So if there has been a cycle, I forget what planet it was for me, but there was a specific planet, or there was a specific astrological climate where I would make a huge mistake with my finances, and every time this like I forget what it was, when this planet came around, or when this event happened, which was like a certain planet retrograde or something, like I would make a huge mistake with my money. And I charted it out. I forget what it is. I should look back at it. But at some point it's going to flip. And when that planetary aspect happens, or whatever astrological event, you're going to go from making the mistakes to learning from your mistakes, and using what you've learned from the mistakes, kind of thing, right? So like at some point you kind of like, you made the mistakes in money, you learned the lesson, and that might have taken a while too. Might have not just been in the first go, which is fine. But then now you know better. And so when these kind of situations come up, even if they look a little bit different, or even if they're at a grander scale, you'll know intuitively what to do in that case. And that's what I'm getting, is that you're going to get this like huge decision in regards to money come through, and you're going to know what to do, because you've already learned the lesson. You already made the mistake before. The Ace of Cups, yeah. this opportunity comes in and it looks on the surface like ideal. It looks perfect. You're like, I should do this. And this looks perfect and right. But it's burdensome, and it's something that's like, it's like where it's like too complicated, and it should be kind of easier. So then you think of like another solution where it would be like, you know, where you get to work smarter, not harder type of thing. So I feel like you might simplify this deal, or you might send back the contract with new terms. I feel like this is the energy where it's like kind of like you see the opportunity and it looks great on the surface. It looks like you should just take it. And I feel like people are pushing it on you or something like that. But I feel like it'd be a burden in the way that it is coming to you, the way it's presented to you. Yeah, the death card here. It would be the death of you, because it would add too much heaviness. It might take more capital, might take more money than you imagined, or it might take more of your time than you initially thought, or it might be like a dead end. There's something that maybe they're not telling you. Is that what is it? I'm seeing like you're using your intuition. So the Six of Swords. We have the Six of Cups, Wands, and now Swords. So you see this kind of energy. 666 is actually a very beautiful energy for physical manifestation that is aligned with something that resonates with you very authentically. So I don't get why it's so abused, that beautiful number. But anyway, but I do feel like 6 often, when there's 2 6s, it does mean like maybe think about going in a different direction. And so I see with the 6 of Swords here, it's like go in a different direction. So maybe rework the terms of the contract, or kind of reimagine this opportunity in a different way and present it back in that new way. Make it less, simplify it, make it less complicated, and that might work better for you. Make it easier for you. Make it like maybe where you can like kind of delegate out some of the work. You know, have like a third party come in to take care of some of the work, or manage some of the work. So it can be less of a hassle for you. You'll still get the benefits without doing all of the work, getting the brunt of all the work. Or get, with this opportunity coming in, imagine that like this is the right kind of opportunity, but not this specific opportunity. So maybe this inspires you to look for an opportunity that's similar to this, but not with this specific person or entity, if that makes sense. Yeah, current interest, current partner, and acquaintance, yeah. There's this energy, okay, just to let you know, if you have like a business partner, there might be someone who comes in who tries to like poach you, or poach your partner, or poach some of your business or your employees or something like that. Or there might be a situation where someone's trying to like give you an opportunity, but then you'd have to like fire half your staff or something like that. Or they're trying to give you this opportunity, but they want just you. They don't want your partner, or they don't want the other people working there. And there's a way to make it work where you can bring this opportunity, whether it's the same one or something similar, where you can keep your whole staff or all your employees or your partner or whatever. Does that make sense? Yeah, this is interesting. There's a lot of information coming through, so that's why I keep channeling for it, but death, let it go. Okay, so now they're like, let go. The 2 death cards here. There's something important in regards to this death card. I want to see something transformative. 6 of Cups. Are you kidding me? So we have 4 6s here. So the only suit we don't have, we have the Cups, Wand. We don't have the Pentacles. We don't have the 6 of Pentacles, which is the physical manifestation. So 6 of Cups, again, they're they want this card to come up. Because I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. Spirit, what are you saying? Knight of Wands. Okay, there's a different... they don't like this energy, this specific entity or energy. When I say entity, I mean like this specific company or whatever business that comes to you. They don't like that energy. They're like, even if you can kind of renegotiate the contract or the deal to kind of save your own business or save your employees or something like that, like there's something like kind of sketch about these folks. Like they don't have the best intentions, and they just, the way that they work, you wouldn't want to work with them. Like, and even if you can manage a deal that would work for you really well, there's something about like, yeah, but like working with these kinds of people, you know, like something along like further down the line, like they're going to do something similar, you know, like they're not going to be good people to work with. So Spirit's just kind of saying like, even if you do kind of manage to kind of renegotiate the deal, it might be beneficial for you to kind of just look out elsewhere for a similar type of deal or opportunity. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. I'm hearing like whether it's like renting a space, and it's the owner of the building or something like that, or even if it's like kind of a company that kind of wants to merge with you, or a train whistle. Yeah, I do feel like it's something like that. Like I feel like it's like a bigger company that kind of wants to take a piece of the pie from your company, but they have some benefits to that. But it's not like what they're proposing isn't a bad idea. It's probably a direction that you want to go in with your business or your career or whatever. But like, not with them. Something like that. Like not with them though. I mean, use your intuition. Okay, so yeah, is there anything? Technology, innovation. They're saying like use your gut. Like people who kind of use tech the same way that you do, who look at science the same way as you do, that would be beneficial. Because like I feel like that when you're working in the physical, we're working with career and we're working in this physical realm, right? So you kind of have to work with 3D energies at this time, right? We're not fully in 5D. We're implementing the structure now, but like it might take years, might take a decade, might take an eon, right? So so in the meantime, the best way you can like kind of test if this is the right company for you, because I'm getting like for some people, like they could change, you know, like maybe there's someone who's like their VP who's trying to kick out, you know, the president or something like that. Like there's like someone who's trying to kick out the CEO. Like maybe it's just like one person or like a few people who are like the bad seed. So there could be like change, and you're like maybe like, oh, I'll wait until you change your leadership, or maybe, you know, if there's like enough of the good guys on board on the board or something like that. Like, you know, you're kind of like trying to see if there's more like light or not in this company. There is a chance for change. Spirit is saying they're channeling so much for this, so I feel like someone really needed the specifics of this, and it's probably someone I resonate is like my soul fam kind of almost, or soul friend. So like I'm just gonna continue channeling until Spirit tells me to stop. Okay. And I'm seeing like 2. So like there's energy of like whoever I'm channeling for right now. It might be more than one person. Like we're kindred souls. So like please subscribe. Please reach out to me. Please comment and let me know. Leave a lot of 2 so I know like, okay, you're the person I'm supposed to connect with, because I can channel for you. Like I have things to channel for you, beautiful soul. Okay. But I'm getting that like the technology, so like how they use their phone, how they view science, maybe if they see it in a more scientific way, or they have a more of a specific type of worldview, or, you know, like how they view science and technology is gonna really let you know how much you align with this person, and if you can work with them in this 3D world, in this physical world, in this type of career, this business, this line of work. Okay, that will be your tell. Are we moving forward now, Spirit? I'm hearing a yes. Yep. I got like the Magician. We're moving forward now. It's just like you're in a really heightened state of manifestation. You're working very, very closely with the divine right now, which is why it's, you know, this is why I do free readings on this channel, is because I'm supposed to connect with the people who are doing big things, and you, Pile 5, are doing really big things right now. You're very, very aligned, and Source is really working so closely with you, and so that's why they're channeling all these messages for you right now. Okay, so let's move on to the spiritual, which can be how well you're using your creativity and intuition. Are you taking care of yourself, self-love, self-care? and your life purpose. The Empress, you are taking very good care of yourself. That's why all these energies are coming in for you, beautiful pile 5, and you know that. I have a feeling you know that. The 5, again, every time the 5 comes up in this energy, I know a lot of people don't see 5 always as the best energy because it means change. And a lot of people kind of, even if it's a good change, kind of feel I'm hearing slighted by it at first, kind of feel uncomfortable with it at first. But I feel like it's a good about this 5 energy for you. The 5 of Wands, even, it came out in reverse, like you're knocking the competition out of the park. I feel like you're even working with your competition. Like you want your competitors to succeed, and they want you to succeed. Like you both have like competing businesses. There might be one or a few, but all of you are such good people that you kind of like that you have people to compete against, and there's no like, it's kind of like not friendly fire. It's like it's a friendly competition. It's a friendly competition amongst you guys, because you like having someone who likes the same thing you do and encourages you and pushes you to do more, you know? And so I'm hearing friendly competition. Like you win at life, pile 5. Like even your competitors are people that you really enjoy time with. I feel like I'm getting like the managers or the people with high position roles in all these companies. They go out for dinner sometimes, and they catch up and make even bigger goals for the industry that are like of light, you know? So like there's like a little bit of like a friendly competition between all the businesses or industries, but like there's like when you guys get together, it's like meeting like a kindred soul. It's like you guys, we work on the same thing, we enjoy doing the same things, we, you know, think about the future in the same ways. Like you guys work together, but also have your own individual companies that you kind of compete with. It's a fun, you win at life. If that's your life and that's how you work, like you won. Child of Cups, yeah. The Page of Cups, you get this beautiful life. You get to live out this like childhood fantasy. I feel like if the child version of your inner child got to meet you, you get to meet your inner child. If the physical child version of yourself got to meet you, they would be incredibly impressed with the direction you are going in life and how much you've succeeded. And especially in terms of career, like I feel like if this is coming out of like left field for you, pile 5, you're like, I am nowhere close to this energy. I think this next year is gonna blow your mind completely, and I feel like you're ready for it. You're ready for your mind to be blown too at this point. If you're someone who has been kind of doing pretty well, maybe a little bit under the radar, or just kind of, you know, making moves here and there a little bit, I feel like this next year is gonna be such a big shakeup, where you might have had like a long-term plan of how to like, get here, but it's coming in sooner than you expected. Okay, in terms of love, lastly here. Okay, so we got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse, right under the 5 of Wands, and the World card. Yep, like you win at life, pile 5, because you get to live out your like childhood fantasies. Like I'm not even kidding, like in any area. Yeah, of course, in love too, but I feel like in every area, and that's fantastic. You know, you're someone who has like the powers and the means to be like, I want to see if I can invent this thing or clean the ocean. I'm seeing that clean the ocean. The guy who just thought about the net that collects, you know, debris in the ocean, and it was just an idea, and how it's like actually taking out like tons and tons and tons of junk from the ocean. It's just like, I just want to see if this works. Put it out there. It works. Now I'm literally cleaning all the oceans of the entire world. Like, you know, that's like the type of energy I'm getting. Like you just like can manifest whatever idea and just put it out there because you're that aligned. I am getting with the 5 of Wands and the Queen of Wands in reverse here that you're going through a major physical glow up. So I think there's a huge perk to all these I'm hearing resources coming, because it's not just money. Because like not only do you have the money to afford like the finest clothes, the best hairstylist, you know, like you fly out just to get your haircut kind of thing, right? Or get like a stylist to pick out the clothes for you. Like you can jet set and do that. But I'm getting, or whatever version of that is for you. But I'm getting like you also have the network, like the resources to figure out what actually is the best hairstylist, or the hairstylist that's specifically best for you, your type of hair, your type of skin color, your type of, you know, affluent background, whatever. Like it's that specific. You're working with a lot of people. And that's like fantastic for you. I feel like I'm waiting for spirit. I'm like, you're working for a lot of people, okay? And so what? 2 of Cups, yeah. So I do feel like if you haven't, if you're not already partnered up, I do feel like for most of you, you just entered a relationship or are kind of new in your relationship, or like maybe newly married, and I feel like it's just strengthened by, like, you would think like, oh, you're working with new people, even your competitors, you're sitting down and talking to a lot more people from all corners of the world, and you think that you'd have less time for your partner, but it's actually the opposite. Like I feel like your partner comes with you a lot to these things. You work with your partner closely, or I don't know, for some reason it just allows more time to spend with your partner, but I feel like it strengthens your bond, even talking to more people, working with more people. It's like you want to work with your partner the most in life, right? But I feel like you're getting so busy that you're talking with and working with a lot of people that I think it would sound like to most people that means less time for your romantic relationship. I'm getting it's the opposite. So don't worry about that. But okay, so let's see. If you're single, what is the energy like? We have the 8 pointing out to the right. So I do feel like one of the biggest manifestations that comes through is love, but it comes in a very, very powerful way because you're also manifesting another master manifestor. This is someone who gets you because they also are a powerhouse in their own area. You fall really hard for this person because they are exactly what you're looking for, and I feel like I'm hearing like your soul was starved for a connection like this, so you fall for them very hard. You connect with them very quickly. I feel like this person encompasses everything that you want. There is a tiny bit, not much, a tiny bit of like runner chaser, where it's kind of like you're kind of so scared that this person's so perfect and bringing so much energy, but it's only because this person is just so powerful, but so are you. So you might have, at first your brain is like, oh, this person is too good, too awesome for me, and it kind of gives you that kind of, it brings you back to maybe when you first started the spiritual journey, or if you had a twin flame connection when you first started the twin flame connection, or something before, like if you really, really had a crush on someone but it didn't work out. It brings you back to that moment where it's just like, I'm not good enough for them. They're too perfect. This is exactly who I want to be. This is exactly the energy I want to embody. They make me dream, visualize the future in a way that no one else has. And you kind of lock on hard, right? And you kind of reminded of who you were when you had that kind of moment in the past, but then you quickly shake that off and you move forward with this person. Is that true? Yeah. I think a lot faster than you were telling yourself. You're like, take it slow, take it slow, take it slow. And I feel like, but they were doing the same thing. They're like, take it slow, take it slow, take it slow, because this 2 is going this way, so this 2 is going this way. So both of you are on the same page, that you kind of move the connection much faster than both of you wanted to before you met each other. Like both of you are like, we're going to take it slow when we meet this person. And then both of you meet each other and you're like, we want to take it slow, but it's really, really hard to. You both kind of move pretty quickly, pretty fast. Yeah. You probably move in and get married, or kind of solidify this connection faster than not. Okay. So what about if you have been in a long-term committed relationship for a very long time? Again, this person is your forever person. They still show up in the same ways they showed up for you in the beginning. You still feel that soulmate level connection. You still feel excitement, and they still are, again, you still appreciate them in every single facet And every face of this diamond that they've shown you in the beginning, it's like their soul still shines to you, and they still show up and interest you in every single way that they did before, just in a new way. There's like no questioning, like this is your person. Okay, and if you've been just kind of dating or thinking about dating or had a person in mind or kind of been talking to someone in a short-term relationship, the 5, and then we've been seeing 5s as a very positive number right in this reading, but we do get this kind of 5. There is this change coming in. Same person. There is a new soulmate coming in. So if you have been thinking about someone, talking to someone, or maybe casually dating someone, or in a short-term relationship with someone, I do feel like they get out the door quickly and a new person comes in, because your energy is upgrading, is, you know, heightening in its energy, elevating. Your life is elevating very quickly. That the person that's going to be in your life needs to match that. The thing is, they come in pretty quickly because what you're working on is more like long-term legacy type of energy. And so you need an energy that kind of matches that. And this person is, again, a master manifester, so they help bring it in quickly. They're in a very similar point as you, whereas your last person may have not been at the same point as you. They might have had the potential, and that's why you were with them, but you already entered this cycle, and so you need someone who's already in this cycle, in this energy already as well, even if the past person was like somewhat of a good fit at the time. You know, I do feel like they were like a soulmate energy, but like they were always temporary. A placeholder, even if you never want to admit that I was hearing. Okay, and then if you're connected to someone you're in little to no contact with, or thinking of someone in that way, I do see reunion, because I do feel like this person kind of sees what you've been up to and they're intrigued, they're interested in it. Their intentions are mostly positive, but they do have it's a little bit more for their self-growth rather than yours, if that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like you would be helping them out a little bit. Their 7 came out like in this direction, like just slightly lower, and your 7 came up in this direction, slightly higher. So it would be beneficial for maybe just one conversation. You could have it even over the phone or on like through DMs or something like that. But like I feel like for most people watching my readings, like you'd go for a coffee date or a lunch date or a dinner date. Where you kind of like you're able to help this person one last time, and they genuinely get help from you one last time. So that's the only energy I'm kind of getting from there. Yeah, and I feel like they genuinely want to reach out to you to kind of be able to work with you. They come up with a 3 this way, you're a 3 this way. But I feel like you have better people around you, as you can see, that can help you get to where you want to go. If you know what I mean. It would benefit them to have you in their life, but I feel like you're at this point where you're like, I need people who benefit me, if that makes sense. But, you know, one-time help or a couple times help in a conversation, that's totally fine. Okay. Yeah, but for singles, I do feel like you're definitely meeting like a soulmate level love that you both feel connected to and connect with very strongly right away. All right, beautiful Power 5. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated, if you like this type of reading, or you resonate with me as a reader, I'd really, really like to know. It really helps me out. I appreciate it more than you know. With a like or a comment especially, or subscribing if you already haven't. It means a lot to me. There is a bonus reading after this reading, and the timestamps for that is below the timestamps for this main reading in the description below. And it's just whatever color you happen to be wearing the most right now. There's going to be a channeled message for you if you're interested, with Spirit's specific message for you at that time. And if you want more information about the year ahead for you, I have, for a limited time, a 2026 yearly overview tarot reading available. You just have to email me, and my email address is below as well. All right, Pile 5, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile. White, black, brown, gray, and neutral. We're looking at the universe, the specific message for you for the year ahead. So let's look. Okay, 3 of Pentacles, the Moon card, and the Chariot. All right, so I am definitely getting that whatever you've been kind of working on in terms of connections with others. So I feel like you've been working on more than one type of connection. So whether it's with coworkers or employees, with friends or family, with your neighbors, community, with your children, grandchildren, parents, aunts, uncle. Like, I feel like there's like different types of connections you were trying to work on, but they weren't kind of working, but that didn't stop you from continuing to work on them. I think you kind of got the hint that like, okay, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, or that's where it's supposed to be going. Those connections are going to be very quickly replaced with those types of energies, but in the way that you deserve. For example, if you have not the best relationship with your sibling, or it's kind of disappeared, kind of like slowly transitioned away. What am I saying? Not drifted away, but kind of like not evaporated. Why can't I think of the word? Disintegrated. Like, I feel like if the connection has slowly disintegrated, there's this energy of like you might have been trying to work on it, or you worked on it as much as you could, and then like the universe is going to bring in that kind of type of sibling energy that you deserve. So that's the kind of energy I'm getting. So Spirit is kind of saying like, okay, like you can stop now. Like, stop trying to put in too much energy and effort into this energy that's like not meant for you. Okay. And then there's no place like home. Nestle into the sweetness. I do feel like very quickly you are finding the right people who do resonate with you, and that's why this is like Spirit's like you can like relax now. Like, there are people who are coming in. Like, all that work wasn't for nothing. Like, anytime you put energy and effort into something, it's like, and it doesn't work out, it doesn't mean that energy is wasted. You know, it just goes into the energy of that thing, like a family or sibling or work relationship, and it goes into the version of that that's coming in for you, the next thing. So I do feel like you're going to find that in the coming year. Returning, are you serious? Returning home. There's no place like a home, and returning home. Transition, life between lifetimes, loving welcome. I feel like you had this kind of in between where it's like kind of like you were working on these relationships, and then you kind of pulled back, and then you kind of had like a void in your life, and now these connections are coming in that reflect the type of role this person had in your life, or you felt was supposed to have in your life, but through a different person or a different way. And I got the number 44 here, so I feel like you're going to see a lot of sign synchronicities. You're going to see a lot of number 44s. That is gonna let you know like this person is coming in, that this is person coming in that's replacing your home energy, replacing the energy of someone that you were close to, or maybe temporarily, maybe you're living at a distance and you kind of wish you had a home away from home kind of thing. Maybe in a new work environment and you wish you kind of had a relationship with someone here that you had with a coworker in a not last workplace. Like, there's this energy of like whatever was lost is going to be found, but in a new way, a better way. Rider is coming in pretty quickly with the Chariot here. Like, it's coming in pretty quickly. The Rider, the Whip, I feel like it's okay. You already put in the hard work, so don't worry about that. The Bear, and I feel like the energy that's coming in is much more stronger than the version that you had. So of course, like, you worked on this, so that's why this energy is being upgraded, which is why the person you were working on this with, the connections you were working on this with, no longer is suitable for the energy that you deserve in that manner. So Spirit is letting you know about that. Again, if you see a lot of 4s, know in the next year you can use whatever symbol you want. That's a sign that this type of energy is coming in. Or bears or 44, or repeating fours is a sign that this type of energy is coming into your life very quickly, like just came into your life or is about to, like that second, or very, very soon. All right, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Leave a like, comment if you like this. Much love and light. Hey, a beautiful pile of different colors, or wearing mostly nothing, or just having more skin show. So funny, when I was thinking about that, I'm like, oh, there are some people who listen to tarot readings like when they're going to sleep, you know, when they're already in bed. And I'm like, yeah, some people, you know, they sleep with no clothes on or very little clothes on. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to know that much information, but maybe I do, you know. I am trying to take a survey of what my readers like at this time. So any information helps, I guess. What am I asking for? Blushing hard. Okay, so what is something that Spirit wants you to know specifically for you in the upcoming year? King of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and wow, 10 of Cups. So I do feel like there is love coming into your life very powerfully, whether you are in a relationship already or going to definitely be in one. It could be, you know, family relationships, or just being in a really awesome community and just feeling very, very loved. And I am getting kind of a community in your family, but I do feel like if you want to have a partner and want to have a family or have one, definitely that is energy that is coming in, but very, very powerfully. So it's going to be a really, really good energy, a really good vibe next year in terms of your loved ones being around, having a good connection with them, getting a lot of memories with them. Okay. And 10,000 angels, and came out in reverse. Lean on your circle of supernatural support. And I feel like it's because you have been leaning on your spirit guides and your divine support that you're getting that matched. I'm hearing is finally manifesting in the physical for you with a really a lot of good times with really resonant loved ones. Really, like, only people who really resonate with you are also in their authentic energy. A lot of good moments with that type of vibe, whether it's your immediate family or extended family or soul family. Like, I do feel really, really like a lot of love being given to you. You're really, really loved in this coming year, and you're shown it, and you spend time with it. You know it. Okay, Dawn Watcher, caretaker, guardian, support. Wow, we see that guardian and your divine guardian support. They're supporting you. I feel like your higher spirit team is purposely manifesting these connections for you because they want to interact with you through these people, through these energies. That your higher self loves you. Your spirit guides, spirit team love you. Your ancestors, your past or loved ones, they love you so incredibly much. Your guardian angels, your angels, and all these higher frequency, benevolent, divine beings, they love you because of all the work that you've done, all you've done to help humanity and help raise the frequency of people and this realm. Like, you deserve it. You deserve this love and happiness, and they know that you would share this happiness. You would enjoy every moment of it. You would appreciate it, and that's why you're getting it. They're saying to me that, like, you already have shown it over time and time again, over and over again, and there's no one in the world who deserves this more than you at this time. Okay, so I'm seeing 13, I'm seeing 12, and then the birds. Okay, so I do feel like, yeah, you're gonna be. These are people you're going to be frequently talking to. So if you have been kind of out of the social arena for a while, or if you felt like you haven't had the right people to confide in, like you feel like you couldn't really trust or really laid on thick, or maybe a lot of people around you were still kind of healing themselves. They couldn't understand the level of healing you need or would like support in. Or maybe they just don't understand the intricacies of your interest, or like you felt like you couldn't really trust people around you, or maybe trust them with this level of information, and these are the kind of people are coming in that you can rely on and talk to. A lot of birds are going to be your sign, and I saw 13, so a lot of 13s are like 1 and 3 repeating. 1333, 1313, 3131, 3311, like all those types of numbers are going to be your sign that these energies are coming in for you. And I'm hearing to stay from your angels. Okay, house. Yeah, I do feel like you're going to be creating this like new home environment. Like you have your home, but I'm seeing that you're creating like a bigger home around your home. So I'm getting like a community. I'm getting like this kind of family compound type of feeling where even if you don't have a family compound or don't mean to move at this time, I do feel this energy of you're going to be creating a lot of home away from homes. Like you're going to have your friend's place that's going to feel like home. You're going to have people who are leaders of the community that you're going to frequent the homes of. Like a lot of third spaces I'm getting. A lot of places that you can go to, that you can meet up with people and hang out with them, just kind of do your own work, maybe community garden. But I'm getting like a lot of like local places that are going to feel like home away from home, or just going to be like absorbed into what you consider a home. Maybe you can extend your home, maybe you can have more people around you, living around you, or living with you. That's the type of energy I am getting. Ship, yeah. Traveling, so much so that you're going to be traveling a lot more. I do see also that you're going to have family across the sea, abroad, I'm hearing. So you're going to be able to have more networks, more soul family connections that you're going to frequently visit and see more often that are at a distance from you. So I do see more traveling, but specifically traveling to see more family. So whether it's your blood related family or kind of people who feel like soul family that you connect with online, that you kind of work with on a larger scale, or just kind of work on different soul mission projects with, but more casually. Like I feel like this kind of network of family is what's being created here. I'm hearing this like home away from home energy is what you're being creating. All right, I hope you enjoy this beautiful message from Spirit for your year ahead. I just saw 7-7, so you're on the right path. Whatever you're thinking, whatever you've been thinking about in terms of making connections, you're on the right path. I'm hearing do you need to do anything? Yeah, I feel like you're gonna be getting like an influx of money. Maybe it's already started kind of manifesting for you. And properties and wow, I think you're gonna be investing in some properties. Maybe you're gonna be buying something, buying more property, or buying properties overseas, or and that's why I'm definitely seeing you're expanding your home in whatever way that means to you. Maybe actually physically buying property, buying another home, a vacation home, or maybe you're buying something for your kid or your parents, or you're going in on a property with some friends, or something like that. That's the type of energy I'm getting. Very, very exciting times. I'm seeing 8-8 now, which is like manifestation. So I hope you like this extra message. If you did, please let me know. Much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile. Red, blue, and yellow. We're looking at Spirit's specific message for you for the upcoming year. Let's get started. Ace of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Six of Wands, all in reverse. Okay, so with them all coming out in reverse and all of them being kind of positive cards, I definitely see this energy is coming in faster than you can believe. Okay. There's an idea, an opportunity that's coming your way that you can kind of see long-term benefits. You can see it being something that like lasts in your life for a long time, gives you stability for a long time, and something that is victorious, something that works out for you, and then makes you feel like, wow, I took a chance on this opportunity. Kind of feeling like you might have to kind of not necessarily start from the start. I feel like there's an energy of like, it's like an energy of starting new, and anywhere you start over, kind of like if you start at a new workplace, or if you start in a new location, in a new home, in a new location, or start in a new relationship, there's always that feeling of like, what if there's so much for me to learn in this new place or this new situation that like I have to still work my way up to the top instead of just coming in from the top and staying at the top. Like, you know, like I feel like there's the energy of people check you out, or people understand your value. It takes a second for people to kind of gauge you, and for you to gauge the situation before you can kind of pop to the top and shine. So I do feel like you do kind of rise to the top quickly. You do take a kind of gamble on this kind of new opportunity, and that's kind of what makes you feel like kind of like, oh, like, you know, new situation, new opportunity. Like, let me see if I made the right call. Like, hopefully my experience will show through for me. Like, I won't have to do anything. Like, it's going to be obvious in what I know and how wise I am that this relationship, that this new location, that this new workplace will let me know that I'm going to be a leader in this area, or I can handle this and then some. You know, there's room for growth too. So I do feel like you shoot to the top very quickly, even though you kind of start at this new workplace or a new type of career, or you move to a new location that you don't know that much about, or maybe people in that area are a little bit different than you or don't know what you're about. Or maybe you're bringing something new to this new idea to this group of people, or there's this energy of like, yeah, or you're going into this new relationship and you're like, oh, I don't think this person knows like what I'm about, like what I've experienced, what I know. Just from like observing me outwardly, they might not be able to pick up on like the deep things, the deep experiences and wisdom that I bring. And it's like something happens and like you very quickly are recognized and very quickly shot to the top. That makes sense. Okay, so let's get more specific so we can. The call, honor the whisper of your soul and mind, because I do feel like you're kind of being called to kind of go in a new direction. And you are very bold and courageous. You're just kind of hoping, you're like, I hope this is the right opportunity. Because I feel like you have been bold and courageous, but like maybe it's not always been the right opportunity that you've been bold and courageous in. But you're getting the call. You're kind of like, I hope listening to my intuition is the right choice here. I do feel like you're in a little bit of more of your masculine energy at this time. You're thinking with your head a little bit more. So you're trying to make logical calls, reasonable calls. Like you're trying to make decisions in your life that like you know will benefit you. You know, you don't think, you don't believe, you're not hoping, you know will be beneficial to you. So this was like a little bit of a risk, this opportunity. Because you've kind of seen opportunities like this not work out in the past for you, or because there's something about like maybe they won't recognize my value here. That's what you're kind of worried about. But I do feel like you listen to your heart and you go for it anyway, and you do end up at the top. Yeah, the mountain lights, light beings, portals, and subtle energies. I do feel like I feel like there's like this worry of like, I wonder if they'll recognize my value, and I wonder if I'm in the right place. Like you're hoping that the people who work here, or the people who live here, or this other partner or person is on the same level as you. So there's a little bit of energy of like, will they recognize me? And also like, will I recognize their soul? Will they be on the same level as me? So there's like hoping on both ends that it works out. And I feel like it really, really does. It really does pay off for you. The Sun card, yeah, positivity. So Spirit isn't being specific in exactly what area of life, and that I think is because it's going to be different for different people. But it is very positive, and it is long-lasting. This is something you're going to be committed to, and you're going to go the long haul. That's why I see like this King of Wands. Like you definitely see yourself. Like you're like, if this works out, like this can go for a long time. This will provide stability in my life for a very long time. And you give it a shot. Like anything worth doing in life is sometimes a little bit scary, but your soul is calling for it, so it's a little bit exciting too. And the key, yeah, this is the key that kind of unlocks like many other doors for you, and that's what you're kind of hoping for. Hospitality, guest, home sharing. Yeah, this is energy of like, it opens the door for the right people, the right connections in this area. So maybe you meet a partner, if you're single, who's in the area and they know like all the local good spots to go to, and that's perfect. Or you meet a new friend in this new location and they tell you all the good spots to have a date. Or maybe you meet someone who knows how to impress your coworkers at work, give you the lay of the land kind of thing. Maybe you happen to meet the right coworker, right partner at work that kind of, you guys work off each other to kind of rise through the ranks pretty quickly. And you're like really glad that you found someone that can like push you in that way. And with like a partner, you might, whether you're with someone or you meet someone, I feel like this new person, like, or new energy around this person is what allows you to bring, like, I bring a feeling of home. I'm getting, because like the guest, like, I'm getting stability in terms of someone who gives you a good daily routine to work around. Someone who has good family, maybe you didn't have like the best family, or someone who has good friends and good family around that like give you support, give you like things to look forward to, family types of events to look forward to that kind of ground your busy work life or something like that. Like this I feel like it's a person. I do feel like there's like a person, even if you're with someone, like it could be a platonic friend or a group of people at work or something like that. It is this person or a small group of people that bring in more stability with this new change that you make. So whether it's change of work, location, or a relationship, I feel like they bring with it the key to unlock the door to adding more stability into your life in terms of, a way to anchor in your life, like your day-to-day routine. It's really positive for you. Okay. And then teaching, coaching, mentoring, and role model. I feel like if you're feeling like, well, what am I going to give this person or these people? They really love the way that you attack life. You're kind of a role model. They kind of look up to you. So like kind of, you don't have a chip on your shoulder, but like these people or this person, they learn a lot from you. And so they might be bringing, I'm getting the right people, or the right, like more of the right situation, or like the lay of the land, but you're also bringing in your wisdom and your way of being that improves the lives of the people who are helping you. So there's a really good mutual back and forth support here with people coming in, and it starts with this like kind of change that you're being led to make in an area of your life. That brings in more stability in your life. That stability, I feel I'm getting like, it opens up the door to more stability and more being able to do more in your life. All right. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, I really appreciate like a comment, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful purple, green, orange pile. Looking at the universe's specific message for you for the year ahead. So let's look at that. Ace of Cups in reverse, the Nine of Cups upright, and the Hermit. Okay, so I do feel like you might be expecting something good to be coming into your life, and I feel like you've been feeling it for some time now, but what happens is more than one good thing comes into your life to the point where you're happy, but you're overwhelmed, and you kind of go into a bit of a hermit mode just because you're trying to take in everything that's coming in and kind of figuring out how to handle it, because you're expecting one thing and then a ton of good things or things that you were working on or wanted to manifest or send out to the universe, prayers, came through. And so you're like, okay, maybe one big thing coming in, I could probably handle, a few big things or small things coming in at once. Maybe I could handle that. But like 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, 20, like this is like a lot. I need to kind of reassess. I feel like you had to do inner work with all the positive things coming in your life. Okay, so let's look at your message here. Dream redirection. Redream the situation. Yeah, I feel like you're like, I wanted all these things at a time in my life. But like usually when you have a lot of big manifestations come through, that's usually a signal for like, re-envisioning, revising, re-editing your new goals, because I feel like your old goals manifested, and so now you have to dream big and think of your new goals. So I feel like that's a part of the inner work that you're going to be doing. It's kind of like allowing yourself to dream, be inspired. We're probably going to travel or try new things a lot, just to kind of get inspired to see what you wanted to do next if you don't already know. For some of you already kind of have a picture. You're like, okay, like these things manifested, like that's great. That's going to be a stepping stone into this direction that I've always wanted to go into. But I feel like for either way, whether you already know what you want to do next or you kind of have to think about it, it's good to kind of just take a minute to kind of revise and edit if you have the goals already, and kind of be inspired and look in a new direction if you feel like maybe you want to go in a different direction now. So that's the kind of energy I'm getting for you. Okay, see. The Tree of Illumination. Truth, revelations, and understanding. Yeah, I feel like there's like so many branches. I feel like there's so many directions you can go in. Even with the things that manifested, you're like, I can do so much with this. Like, what do I want to do? That's kind of like the kind of energy I'm getting. It's like, what do I want to do with everything that just came through? Like, do I still want to go in the same direction? Do I want to go in a new direction? Is this all kind of leading to a better direction? Does it resonate with me? Do I want to revise my goals? There's a lot of that type of energy, but you kind of want to give time and energy for everything that's come in, because like it's like every single thing that comes in for you, that manifests for you, is something that you wanted for a specific reason. So there's like some inner work there in regards to like why you wanted this. Do you still want the same things for that reason? Have you outgrown it? Does it still apply? Will it be something that you think will carry through your life? Kind of paying respect to everything that came in, showing appreciation, gratitude, and respect, by giving it some time to think about all these things that came in, and then like how you can use that moving forward, and kind of looking at the pros and cons and making a list and literally going through every single thing that comes in and giving it the time it deserves, because like it came in, it pulled through for you, like it's something that you've always wanted. Like it's a moment for gratitude, reflection, revising or editing goals, getting inspired and motivated for potentially new goals or new directions, and kind of seeing how you can benefit for everything that has already manifested for you now, and taking time to enjoy it as well. So that's what all the energy that's coming in. Let's see if there's anything like specific that is coming in. Lily is maturity, wisdom, and virtue. It's because you held yourself to a high standard, I'm hearing, and like you worked on your virtues, that all these energies, all these manifestations are coming through. You weren't someone who just kind of preached things, you practiced what you preached, and so that's kind of what made you be able to hold such strong, authentic, divine energies and manifest in the same way. Coffin. There's a lot of things that are ending. So I feel like a lot of things that are manifesting too for you, because it's like a ton of things that are manifesting for you, are things that you might not resonate with you anymore. Like there are things that you wanted in the past, but not so much anymore. And so it's also a good time to kind of shed old layers of you that no longer resonate. So it's like a lot of this type of inner work that can be relevant to you at this time. Even with a lot of good things, manifestations coming in, it's probably a new type of feeling for you, a new type of energy, but still, there's an inner work that you can do in regards to that. Maybe not in the ways that you had to do before, which was like healing and purging and releasing, but it's more kind of like how to accept all this good stuff. How can I use all this good stuff? What's a creative way to use this, you know? Okay, and then anchor. Yeah, there's this energy of like you're anchoring in kind of like this new energy, this new lifestyle, this new path, and like I feel like that's why it's important that you kind of go in to do this and take as long as it needs. Like I'm getting it's more than a few months. It's like 6 months to a year. Yeah, 6 months to a year. It's going to be quite some time, because it's like whatever you kind of anchor in is your life for the rest of your life. You know, it's like it's a lifetime. It's a path that lasts a lifetime, or has the potential to last a lifetime, or you would want to last forever. So it's like kind of important that you take your time to ground in the path that you choose for the foreseeable future carefully. So take your time, and then you're also enjoying this. So like, enjoy manifestation. This is kind of like, you know, reaping your rewards, the fruit of your labor, just desserts. So time to enjoy it as well. It's like, it's a little bit of this is a phrase I used to use a lot, which is like light workers going on vacation. Like, this is your vacation. As a really spiritual soul, you might have not been able to take a lot of time to just enjoy the work that you've done that went unseen by a lot of people, that you didn't even remember because it was a lot of work that you put in behind the scenes, you know, in the spiritual, physical, mental realm. Okay. I hope you enjoy that bonus read. If you did, I really appreciate a like, a comment, let me know. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile of pink pastels and sparkle. Looking at the universe's specific message for you for the upcoming year. So let's look at that. We got the 3 of Wands, the Temperance card, and the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so there's energy of the direction that you're going in. You're finally, like, the energies, the physical energies, they're all kind of balancing out. They're all kind of, it's all kind of coming together for you, where you're going to be out of this kind of, I'm getting poverty energy, but I'm getting mental poverty energy, because I do feel like you see the physical things working out. You see like your health and your looks kind of improving already. I feel like your career, whatever you're doing with your career, you see like it's going in a better direction. You kind of see kind of the light at the end of the tunnel. You see kind of things opening up for you in these physical things. I am getting in money. I am getting in work. I am getting in health. I am getting in looks. And even with maybe connections with people, you see it kind of heading in a better directions. Maybe you're bumping into people who are more resonant, or you know, you're coming to an understanding with the connections that don't resonate with you. It's not like you had to like kick them out of your life anymore. You can kind of do it when you release, you can do it in a more easygoing way. So I feel like these energies, these physical energies, are obviously showing you that things are moving in a positive direction, letting you know that this coming year, like, that positive movement in your physical manifestations is just going to grow and grow. But I'm also getting your mentality. You might have not noticed, but like I'm getting the lack of physical manifestations in your life, and I'm getting people, and I'm getting money, and I'm getting career, and I'm getting health, and I'm getting looks, and I'm getting like home. I'm getting like location, land. All these things kind of I'm getting for you were kind of telling you very softly and frequently that you should stay put. You shouldn't go any higher. But you persevered, you moved through these energies, and you have already started to see physical things in your life, in the areas that I mentioned, start to improve. And this is going to move over to your emotional energies, which is funny because usually it works from like energy first and then physical. But sometimes you putting in the work in the physical, it manifests, it works the other way. It brings in a healthier mindset. And that I'm getting is how it's helping you manifest bigger things in the physical, because I feel like on all the areas that I mentioned, you worked on those things in little physical ways. And you know, the physical reality, our physical reality is manifested with our mental thoughts through energy first, right? But those are like kind of bigger manifestations, and those are actual physical manifestations. But you putting in the work physically in these areas, like your home, your health, your looks, your relationships, your finances and career, in little ways, is showing that you're not going to take this energy that you've been given. You're going to be working for something bigger. Even though the energies around you in these physical ways were trying to hold you back. Oh, wow. And so you kept persevering, and now you're connecting to the higher energetic state. I think it's like, it's in a way that's kind of more, like, I feel like the energies in some of these areas were kind of abrasive. Like, they're causing too much friction. And you might have not noticed how much it was holding back your manifestations. And now with you persevering and saying, like, I'm not accepting this level of abundance or whatever in my life, and kind of continuing to work on these physical things little by little, because you worked on your mental things and emotional things, but like, if you're a very spiritual person, you forget to work on your physical things sometimes. So you've been working on your physical things too, a little bit here and there all the time. That's what's actually bringing in positive energies to your mind, being like, hey, look at me working on these physical things. I obviously deserve better. Get your ass in gear, brain of the mind, heart, and gut, to manifest better things for me. I deserve it. I know it. And the things around me that are not quite in that energy, stop holding me back. You don't affect me anymore. I can push through, even though you've been trying to push me back, hold me back. So there's that type of energy I'm getting, which is interesting. Let's see what else Spirit wants to say. Celebrate the sacred gap. Give thanks for the buffer time. And it came out in reverse, so I do feel like you spent a lot of time in this temperance energy, just being patient. And you're going to see what happens first is your mental energy changes, because you've been already kind of working on the physical things in your life around you. And now your physical energy is actually affecting your mental energies. And that is what the key to unlocking your visions and your ability to ground ideas that come through the divine, your thoughts into manifestation. So that's going to be beautiful and incredible to see. And fairy energy, yeah, growth, expansion, and a flowering. Yeah, there's this energy of like, you're kicking your higher self into high gear. You're like, stop manifesting from this energy. Manifest from a higher energy. I feel like you're connecting to a higher version of your higher guidance, and that's what's really helpful. You're connecting to a higher version of yourself. You're connecting to a deeper aspect of your inner universe, a deeper aspect of your soul, that you're like telling your soul, you're like, I'm ready for a higher level of life. The clover, yep. Good luck is on your side. You created this good luck. You created these good opportunities. You brought in the good luck. The mice energies and the moon energy. Yeah, there was a lot of energy around you that was kind of, it didn't seem harmful, and it seemed like just a little bit here and there, but when you add it all up, it affects your energy at large, and your emotional and mental energies were being graded down, I'm hearing, greatly affected by the physical things in your life that were no longer resonant with you. So I think you were upgrading, like you were fixing, you were painting, you were improving, you were taking care of the physical things around you, your physical body. You're putting effort and care into your work, into your looks, into your home, into your relationships, even though it wasn't giving it back to you. Because you're showing the universe, like, hey, I deserve this higher level of physical things, physical manifestations. Bring it to me. Wow. But there's definitely an energy of your physical spirit, this ego telling your divine aspect, your soul, like, kick it into high gear. Like, can't you see? I'm ready for the next thing. Like, I don't know. It's like energy of like, you had to like prove it to your higher self that like, you're ready for that. You're ready for something better. Ready for something more. Okay. These are energies that are kind of like, I'm hearing ancient ancestors. So these are energies that you're connected to from a very, very old lineage. This could be a starseed family, I'm hearing, or like folks that you're connecting to from this realm that existed many millennia ago, that you're connecting to now, saying, hey, I've proven myself to be worthy, I'm ready, let's go. Because you might have had a lot of challenges in your life, and you were given a lot of supports from your immediate spirit guides and your spirit team and your crossover recent loved ones. But I feel like you're connecting to more ancient and more mystical bloodlines from your body, from your DNA, that's been passed on to you, to your body. Your body holds a certain magic too. Your body is telling your higher self, like, is telling these ancient souls, like, hey, we're ready to work with you. We're ready to kind of take on more. Like, I know my counterpart, my divine aspect, my spirit, has been working on all these things, but your physical aspect, your physical body, your ego, your DNA is also saying, yeah, we're ready to work on this too. Like, it's like you had to let your higher self know that your shadow aspect has joined you. You know, it's on the same team, and like you've kind of transcended into this higher version of yourself where even your shadow aspect, even your ego is like, yeah, we're on board. We want to do this too. Wow, family member. Be ready to kind of take on like almost like a new like wave of spirit guides. I'm getting your spirit guides that have been there with you from birth, that you've known forever on the other side. They're always going to be there for you, but I'm getting you're going to be tapping into a whole bunch of new higher frequency energies, whether they're ancestors or like archangels, I'm hearing, or like, you know, kind of that type of like what's it called, ascended masters type energies of lands, ancient like gods, deities kind of things, like really ancient energies that want to work with you now too, and are awoken. This dragon has awoken, I'm hearing, because your physical ego, your physical body, the DNA that's in your body, that energy is ready. You've done so much shadow work and incorporated that within your light that even your shadow aspect is saying, yeah, we're ready, let's go. Wow, that is incredible. I want to, incoming new love, yeah. I heard that. I'm like, yeah, watch for this new energy kind of come in. Buying, trading, purchasing. I'm getting like you're going to be able to kind of manifest and work in this physical realm differently than before. I'm getting like, for example, like when we think about money, like when we're manifesting money energies, we thinking about like the currency that we currently use in our country, right? Or we're thinking about the systems in which we use now, like the stocks and like the current markets and the current businesses. But what you're connecting to is like ancient energies that used buying and trading and purchasing, bargaining, those types of energies in the ancient way. You're connecting to the more ancient money energies, the more ancient trading energies, like, you know, like there's like the reason why they say there's like a god of trading, there's a god of, you know, prosperity, and a god of good, you know, good luck to pour on your what's called your like your farm, your what's it called, your crops. Let's like use some ancient terminology here. Not really ancient, it's still relevant, but like, you know, like the energies that people poured into these things even like many, many, many years ago, but maybe not in like the way that people currently see them, view them, use them. You know, I'm hearing ancient grains, like, you know, kind of connecting to the power of these things that people don't see. Okay, private secret. You're going to be securing a lot of, I'm hearing land and profits. I'm hearing esoteric knowledge. And the thing is, there's people out there that are gatekeeping these esoteric knowledges and these types of energies that exist out there. They probably use it for nefarious reasons, but if they're called, like they might have no choice, especially if you know how to work with these energies. They want to work with you. They want to work with you. Someone who is on their light side and has control of their shadow aspect, the shadow side, right? Understand it and work with it, but working from their light side. And that's going to sound out some alarms. If you're doing things and you're procuring things that people normally don't even know exists, or has, like, the common folk can't even, like, touch, can have access to, won't be able to figure out how to have access to. So it's going to raise some red flags if you're going off and doing these things. So you're going to be doing it in private, I'm hearing, private and secret. You're going to be connecting to that type of manifestation energy. And these are new energies. You haven't worked with these spirit guides before, these types of energies before. And you're going to be working with it in the ancient way, not with these new technologies. And the ancient way is through your body. Your body is the best technology that there is, and don't let anyone make you think otherwise. Everything that technology can do, your body can do. You just have forgotten it over millennia, I'm hearing. Okay, many friends. So they're letting you know there's many people coming through, and they all are cheering for you. A friend. It's kind of funny. A family, a friend event. Okay. But I do feel like there's going to be one specific energy that kind of introduces itself to you first, that kind of opens the door to all these other energies. And so be on the lookout for that. Whether is it through meditation? Is it through how is this energy going to be coming through for you? How do you know? I do get fairy energies. Like if you see a lot of fairy things and a lot of religious symbology, so it doesn't have to be a cross, but it could be like an Om symbol, a yin yang, or Star of David, or just like any kind of religious symbol. If you see a lot of that, if you see a lot of fairy types of signs, that's your sign that this energy is coming through to meet you. The message, they're going to be sending you a message, a sign that you know it's time to connect. And mountain, the thing is, you're going to be able to connect with these energies in a specific way. I'm hearing a specific, different for different people. For some people, it's going to be going to a specific location or moving to a specific location. Others, it's going to be kind of dependent on you and a specific type of meditation or a specific meeting realm on the other side, whatever that means to you, however you interpret it. I'm well aware that I'm connecting to highly, highly spiritual folks, and also folks who are kind of like, what is she talking about? We just wanted a general message for the next coming year. Obviously, this is the extra highly spiritual pile. And like always, when there's a spiritual energy, Suki comes through, and this is extraordinarily highly spiritual, very powerful. Okay, beautiful soul, I hope you enjoy the reading, and I wish you much love and light.